think we're still waiting for Leif anyways, but should be here soon enough, I'd hope.
So we're live to the studio audience right now.
Oh my god.
How many people are watching?
That's possible.
Well, it's not me.
It's not me. I've not hopped over there. Oh.
Wait, Mike, how do we interact with the chat right now?
Okay, I'm saying stuff.
Doesn't matter for our game. Did you just say
Are
something,
people
guys?
hearing me? Am I saying
There
something?
we go.
Okay.
Everything should be good now.
And is this YouTube, Mike?
Yeah. I put up the stream in all the relevant channels today. We have a triple header today between myself and Lucas.
There it is.
All right. I'm gonna step back over to the Gabe Deaton game.
Okay.
I have my DMs open, so if you guys ping me if anything goes wrong or something seems off, I'll walk 8 feet over here and fix it.
It's a pretty far distance to go. Jeez.
You know what? I mean, I'm no Kurtis Osborne.
Nobody is. Nobody is.
From just one side to the other with your like long, massive arms.
Well, this is very exciting, Johnny. Why don't you? Well, I guess we're just staring at a blank board. So
yeah, we're just kind of waiting.
Why don't you spend the next half an hour just talking about the history of the Lunchmeat Classic event, starting with number 1, and see if we can get all the way to 24 before this game starts.
Ooh, fun. Okay, let me pull up Longshanks here. And conveniently enough, they're all tagged in the series as well, so...
Perfect. What number are we on right now?
This is the finals of 23.
Oh, goodness. And have you... 24 is not released yet, right? I didn't miss a sign up here?
You have not, and as a member of the OnlyFans for Lunchmeats, you would have got exclusive access to be put in directly and immediately.
You know that subscription gets me all sorts of benefits, including getting signed up for the most coveted online event in all of the world of Marvel.
I know, it's very exciting, yeah. It's very exclusive. Okay, so I'm back to it. Alright, so it's Lunchmeat Classic, MCP Edition. This was before I even started numbering them. And this was just like a fun experiment I did because I wanted more games of MCP online. So I just built my own thing.
So Lunchmeat Classic 1, who was the winner of when was Lunchmeat Classic 1?
This started in 2022. Looks like May 15th.
Oh my goodness.
I know, this was I was playing for about a year at this point. And then I was like, okay, well, time to start my own thing. So I did. This one was won by Jacob Deaton, of all people, playing Web Warriors.
Oh,
what an amazing coincidence! I didn't do the best. I played X-Force and went 2-2 in this, so it's all right though.
You tried. That's good.
I tried my best. Yeah.
Oh, Schmid Gaming in the chat. Schmid Gaming, how are you doing, buddy?
Schmid Gaming. I recognize that name.
Who's that guy? That's weird.
I know. What the heck?
Okay. I hear he posts really long PowerPoint videos about Convocation and Midnight Suns.
Oh, that's cool. I've not actually watched any of his content. I know I'm such a terrible friend. I don't know.
Oh, I got 2 minutes in and I just couldn't do it, but that's okay.
Yeah, he just only talks about fighting and stuff, and you're a scenario gamer, so.
Yeah. Although when Schmidt and I played last, I'm pretty sure I KO'd 2 of his models, even though I lost embarrassingly. But
I
It
don't
was
know if
worth
that
a
was an
try.
embarrassing loss. That was a really good fucking game, to be quite honest.
That's fair. Look, in the chat they're saying we both sound robotic. And I think that's how our voices sound, not making fun of us. So we got
Yeah, I don't
technical
know.
problems here.
Oh boy.
Come on, Waylon, don't embarrass us like this.
Oh, this is Mike. Not even just like Schmid shit talking us or something. Oh no, he is doing it too. Okay. I don't know.
Say something.
I'm
Okay,
saying
we're
something.
saying something. Things are being
Waylon,
said.
maybe it's because your microphone is open on this side? Or does it have to be for the thing? I don't know. Is it fixed, Mike?
Schmid, Mike, is it fixed? Do we sound crystal clear? Do we sound wonderful? Should be good. Okay.
Okay. Well, cool. This is so exciting. Okay. Well, it sounds good to him, but he might be
All
a
right. I'm
robot. I'm
gonna
not
tell
sure.
the
I've never met
guys.
him in person.
You've never met the legendary Mike Whalen?
I have not. No.
I hear that he's a teacher
Okay.
of computer science-ish things, is what I've gathered from bits and pieces. Schmid, you must know everything about his career and family. What what does Mike do for a living, and what are his kids' names? And
Social Security is probably a good start to last four of his credit card. Or no,
yeah,
it's the
he
other way
asked me
around.
for that
Yeah.
the other day. It was weird. He said something about squad goals. I don't know.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right.
Mike.
It
Mike
sounds
said he
like
was going to try to get out. Yeah.
he's a teacher. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Guess they don't talk much. That's too
Yeah.
bad. So Lunchmeat Classic 2, we're waiting for the competitors. They're having trouble hearing each other apparently. It's the French and English thing. I think it's the language barrier we're hearing. Two
Okay.
Canadians in the fight tonight.
I know. I'm just surrounded by Canadians. I actually don't like this anymore. You're all Canadian, every one of you.
All of everybody. It's great. So who won Lunchmeat Classic 2?
Oh gosh. Okay. I lost that tab. I have to find it again. Is it on
And when
this?
we
There it is.
Okay, they're rolling dice, so that's a good thing.
Okay, they did it. So 2 was won by Ryan Janway, and I lost to him in the finals of this.
Wow, okay.
I know.
Well, if this game gets horrendously boring, this is like perfect color commentary material that we can talk about. And
It's true.
we'll see if we can get all the way to 23.
All right. I don't know. Leif is always such an exciting player, and Nick is also like a very exciting and fun player too. So I don't know if we'll get get very far into that list, but
Perfect. So they're pulling out their rosters here. Now, I believe this is a Web Warriors versus Shield final.
yes, that is correct.
All right. So let's see here. We've got Nick has been playing Web Warriors for quite a while. I know he's been in quite a few lunch meets like that. And I think did Leif play Shield in the last lunch meet as well?
He might have. I think he was playing like a defender or not a defenders, invaders webs like kind of hybrid thing at one point.
Yeah. So it looks like in his list he's got the option to play Nick Fury or Namor. He's bringing in Spider Woman, Agent Venom, Spectacular, Black Widow, Helmet Zemo, Black Cat, Wong, and Ghost Rider. So that's an interesting pick going with Helmet Zemo over normal Zemo. But I know that's what the cool kids are doing in Namor lists. What do you think of that?
I actually like it a lot. Like I think fourth red Zemo offers like he's not quite as fast, but if you're just using him as like a bubble kind of guy who can like go in, stab people, and then like just run away afterwards, and do like kind of an imitation of what regular Zemo is like doing with a lot of his play patterns, anyways, you're totally fine. He also can like hit a lot harder too, with having like a 7 die like spender, which is pretty cheap.
Hmm.
More often than not, if you're using it, you're gonna probably get the daze or KO. You can run away. And then he also gets like another 7 die pierce attack if he like needs to follow up and that doesn't kill them. So I
Yeah,
don't know, I
that
think he's
that
pretty
sounds
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, and then he also, has like quick step too, which is basically like a charge as long as he's not holding something. And I think if you're a good enough player, you can like generally manufacture him not having to hold stuff until you like need to late in the game. So
Yeah, definitely. And then it's interesting. Leif is taking Deadly Meteors, Infinity, Cosmic Invasion, Paranoia, Senators, and Hammers. So those are pretty fast. That's a pretty fast set of scenarios going into web. So we're probably going to have something. I don't know, a pretty quick one in terms of scoring here, depending on what gets drawn. That's pretty cool.
yeah, so Leaf won the roll, so I'm assuming he's gonna probably take his secures. That's the
Yeah,
normal go-to, especially if because yeah, I don't know.
Nick's
So are
extracts are
they?
pretty similar. He's got Scoundrels, Riots, Cosmic, and then Scrolls, Senators, and Paranoia. So
Yeah, scrolls
yeah,
and hammers are the only two difference for their like extracts. So and those aren't that materially different, like in terms of game. So, but nice, we got
yeah.
Infinity and Paranoia. So,
Okay, yeah. So he picks Secures, Infinity, Paranoia. That's a pretty fast crisis combo.
yeah, it's not bad. Well, should go pretty
So
quick.
yeah, for Nick's list, he's got ASM, Spider Woman, Scarlet Spider, Spider Man, Spectacular Spider Man, Ghost Spider, Black Cat, Zemo, King T'Challa, and Toad. What do you think of that group?
It's pretty good to be honest. I played him earlier in the tournament and he beat me first round. It was very sad, but yeah, but no, like King T is pretty cool being skull unlocked if he's like holding stuff or contesting stuff. He does 1 million damage with that, which is neat. And then otherwise, yeah, Zemo also similar boat. So like he has a very like fighty kind of webs that you can like kind of switch on a dime to like what plan you need to do and like when you need to like exact violence to like achieve your goals. So
Yeah. Okay, they've picked 16 threat.
okay.
So what's your prediction here for what we're gonna see from these players?
So on Paranoia, I'm assuming we're gonna see like Nick Fury for sure out of like Leaf. He just like lets you do like some really good stuff with grabbing this grabbing the extracts early. And you can like kind of protect them. You can go up like 2 to or 3 to 1 if you're really aggressive with it, which Leaf is generally a pretty aggressive player, so we'll see
Yeah, I
that.
wonder, I wonder if there's a play where, something like Fury and the Grunts could grab, the two far sides, and then maybe Namor can try to safe grab one in the middle. Um, like either one. I don't know if that's how the distance works, but you could safe grab either of those two central paranoias and go up 3-1 that way.
Yeah, you could do that.
Um,
That seems pretty solid. I just don't know how much I like separating like Fury from the grunts, like on the two opposite sides of the table. Just because
yeah,
like
it's
Fury gets like so much like economy out of there, and if you are playing him, you're probably playing Eye in the Sky, and with that you need the econ kind of going to make it efficient and good.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's Leaf. I know
That,
that's in
that's
in kind of
true.
his wheelhouse. So, what we do you think Leaf would go something like Namor, Fury, Agent Venom, and like Spectacular Black Cat and go 4 wide, or do you think he tries to go 5 wide with Fury leadership here?
I don't know if Fury's leadership really does all that much into webs. It feels they're very rarely going to attack you. I mean, you might let you like counteract impact webbing if they screw up and actually deal you damage. But otherwise, yeah, I think like defenders is just going to be like a little better to like kind of protect you from spikes. And Namor too with like priority lets you just go and get like one of those safely. But
Yeah,
I don't
so if,
know.
if he goes 4 wide, and then probably out of Nick here, I think webs typically at 16 are running a 4 threat and then 4 threes. Does that seem like what you think we'll see?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and he doesn't have double two, so he can't do the 6 wide at 16. So he's like kind of like stuck in that. He could also do like a 2 and a 5, and then
Yeah.
like 3 threes. Which T'Challa
Yeah.
here is not bad, and especially if like Leif isn't expecting that kind of like damage output and like fight game out of webs, then he might get like bamboozled a little.
Yeah, I kind of like Toad on Paranoia is pretty decent on this setup. Like there might be a world where a Toad can grab one of these Paranoia and still be standing on a back infinity or something. But what I'm seeing here with how this is set up is that Leif has some terrain where if Nick Fury grabs and the Grunts grab, it looks like they could both end up in cover, based on where those buildings are, and that might be really strong for him.
Yeah,
Having a defensive reroll, cover, like all that stuff, it might be fairly hard to take those off of him and put a lot of pressure on Nick.
yeah. The one issue I like see with that is like you're not front stopped against like Gwen, because I'm assuming Gwen is going to come out here, and Fury just being able to get like pulled in pretty easily is a little troublesome, a little scary, because he's not the toughest guy. I mean, he has like 4 defense, and then if he's playing invaders, he'll have like 5 defense dice effectively. But like, it's only defense dice. Those things aren't good. I played a lot of webs. I can tell you, they're bad.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. And maybe, yeah, I don't know if Nick was taking a 4, he's got Scarlet Spider and Spider Woman here. Which one do you think is better into this type of setup and team?
Probably Scarlet Spider. He just has like the much better defense, and he also has like pulls and displacements. Whereas like Spider Woman is like cool and like can kind of fight well and like inflict some conditions. Like shocks are pretty rude into like shield, but I don't know. Like I think you'd rather just have like the defense with like the spider senses and also
Yeah,
the
that makes
displacement.
sense.
So
Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so if
okay,
we're
you did
looking
go.
at Nick, he did go 5-2. So
Okay,
he
yeah.
went. What did he do? He went to Chala, Toad, Black Cat, Spectacular, and Miles with Fallback all webbed up, Wisdom of the Ancestors, Spider Tracker, and Brace.
Okay.
And then, interesting. It looks like Leaf actually went 5 wide. He went Black Widow and Wong with the double 2s, and then
Oh hell
Spectacular,
yeah.
Namor, and Nick Fury with Sit Rep, Battlefield Medicine, Brace, Invaders, and Eye in the Sky. What do you think of that?
I think it's pretty good, and you're like as wide as the webs, wider technically with like the grunts. Although they don't get to like activate whatever, but like more models, more bodies, and like more chances to like get stuff on the map feels pretty good. Especially with like the way
Yeah.
the train is set up too. Nick has no way to displace any of it, so you can just kind of sit behind like that size 4 building, being on the serum canister and being wildly safe with one of like his like safe models, and he can also do like a similar thing too with like the size 3, because there's no way for him to displace it or for Nick to displace that. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
and
This
then
is very
although similar thing with Leaf side as well, he has no way to displace terrain either. So less ways in fact.
Yeah,
So
what do you think about the double 2s over Agent Venom here? That surprises me, but what you've played a lot more webs than me, so what do you think about that?
I think so. Agent Venom is like good if you can like set up a reroll like bubble on him and like modify and like let him kind of like fix his dice and do like maximum damage into webs. But like in this scenario setup, it's just going to be such a fast scoring game, and to like basically get like Zemo and Agent Venom, you're like spending 7 points,
Yeah.
which would be which would be like spectacular, and then like the 2/2s, which I think I prefer just having the 2/2s and having more activations into webs to force out their like more potent activations and like making the webs player use those earlier, so you have like time to like react and like counteract that. Especially with like Namor, he's just like such a good fixer for scenario. Like he can just like run in like do crabs. I think crabs is the one.
The
Yeah,
the
that like makes them
steel
drop
one?
all
Yeah.
assets. And for whatever reason, disturbances are, I don't know what a disturbance is, but it's an asset. So
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I kind of expect on Leaf side to maybe see Wong line up next to Nick Fury. Fury goes and grabs something, maybe takes a few early hits, and then Wong can move up and heal him. And generally Leaf's game plan with Fury is just grab stuff and be very obnoxious and annoying trying to get it off.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's pretty interesting. And then what do you think Nick's best play is to try to get that parity back if Leaf does try to go up 3-1 here?
So you have like King T. He has an energy attack. He can just like walk up and be within range of out of range 2 of like Nick Fury. And you can pull him in then. And then with that, because I assume Nick Fury is gonna go and grab one of the disturbances. Especially if like the grunts are gonna do it. So you can then like pull him in, and with that he's like kind of in your clutches, and you can just throw a lot of attacks with him with both Miles and like Spectacular. And you can
Yeah,
also like
fair
do
enough.
so in a way too when you're pulling him in. Where if you're like on the south side of the map, I guess. Am I backwards? I'm always backwards to like so on the north side of the map, you can like kind of be on that like serum canister, probably attacking into Fury and setting up for like next turn too. All in like the same
Right.
kind of go.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you're right. There's nothing front stopping any of the grabs on any grabs for Leaf. He can't front stop himself. So Nick didn't take Gwen, but yeah, like you said, he did take Black Panther, King T. So King T Dog. What do we want to call him this game? Is King T Dog?
King T Dog, King T are both solid. That's my go-to. So
there's no T Dogs on Leaf's side. I think that puts him at a huge disadvantage.
At least a couple percentage points, yeah.
Yeah. Now these two are notorious for quoting dice math when the rolls go wrong during the game. So we could get some really passive aggressive Canadian comments in their chat.
Sure, yeah.
When the variant shows up, which we all know in this game it does. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. I think they'll both be pretty solid though. Like they're both like solid players, and like even if the math goes or like the dice math like doesn't work in their favor, I think they'll be able to adapt and just kind of go from there. So
yeah, I see. If I'm thinking about my games against these two, I think Leaf has beaten me twice and Nick has only beaten me once. So just with my anecdotal math, I think Leaf knocked me out of 2 TTS cuts back to back, I think. So I don't like him very much, but I'm forced to be here. And Nick beat me in a live event when he drove into my province and beat me on my home turf. So
brutal.
Yeah, really upsetting that I'm here.
Yeah, not in the finals. I know it's weird, right? Not
it's
commentating
been like,
one of these instead of playing one.
I know. How long has it been? Three in a row that yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 prior to this. Yeah, because there's like the you and I, the you and Schmidt, and then what was the other one? Why am I blanking on this?
Me and Nobility when he.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
he
Nobility
really
game.
screwed up his name or play. So if Nobility's in the chat, we might get to see some good name or play today. We'll see.
Yeah. I'll probably watch the run back of this if he's not here now.
All right, we've got 6 people in the chat right now. 6 people are watching, so I need to see. Log into your YouTube accounts, type who you are, because this is going to be a long game if I can only mock the players in Schmid. So I need to know who else is here before I say something potentially offensive. We'll see.
Yes, you're reigning TTS champion, everybody.
Hey, I don't have a podcast. I don't have a platform. I can't be canceled off anything, Johnny. It's good.
That's fair. Well, you might just never get invited back to do a commentary.
Well, Would that be the worst thing?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. If we want to talk about games and
I
watch
get
sweet
like
games.
I guess we should talk about this game. It looks like Namor has deployed in the middle.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think he's gonna probably just go grab a disturbance, hide behind that canister, and just have like this very like free, nice little bunker to like go out and touch people.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't think of, but Wong can also give Namor a power for an early charge as well. So
He sure can, yeah.
he could also be setting up just going and trying to murder whoever grabs. Um, I mean, look, if the agents and Nick Fury go and grab the two outer points, maybe he's just setting up for whoever ends up in the middle. He's going to send Namor at them and start throwing. We'll see.
Yeah, it looks like we're just waiting on Toad here to get deployed. It makes sense to like just kind of throw him central. So you can like have access and like free reign to like the 3 different disturbances, whatever Leaf doesn't pick up, so.
Yeah. So it looks like, so Wong is deployed with Spectacular and Nick Fury, Namor in the middle, and the agents and Widow on the one side. I think that's a good deployment. Nick has put King T a bit more central, but I think he can probably still move and get access to, I don't know, I guess the south side. What are we calling the side with the score tracker? Is that south or north?
That is the south side on
Okay.
that. I'll just spin the map around and be correctly orientated, otherwise I'm just gonna keep calling it the wrong thing.
All right, so that range 4 measurement, is that some funky some leaf math to see if Fury can get that center disturbance?
Yeah, so Fury moves like 5 inches, and then his base is like an inch plus whatever, and then your threat range on like with any like small base medium move model is a long stick. So, and then if you're combining long stick plus an inch, it's a range 4 plus a little bit. So
Okay,
yeah, it's kind
that's
of like
good.
a cool little like a double move checker that you can like pretty much exactly like figure out as well. So
Yeah, this is you're very good at that stuff. So this is you're gonna be able to interpret what Leaf does, and I'll be able
yes,
to interpret the Canadianness of this game and probably what they're saying to each other. It's good.
perfect. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm definitely a disciple of the Leaf widget foo. So
Yeah. Okay, so the grunts are just gonna go grab that side, and then Fury is going to stand on top of that building and grab this paranoia.
yep, that makes
Um,
total sense. Yeah.
you know, Leaf's game plan was certainly predictable, but I have no idea if even if you can predict what's coming, it's very difficult to counteract it, and you need a lot to go your way to to recover from that 3-1. So
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure early on. It'll be interesting. So I think King T might just go and kidnap Nick Fury right away. You have like Spectacular there as well. You can probably pull him in a way where you can get into like range 3, if not range 4. You can throw a free 4 die at him, and then you can like swing onto the point and then throw a 5 die at him, which
yeah,
is pretty okay.
that seems good. I mean, he's probably lining up Toad here to stand on that building. I think that's a pretty safe place.
I think so too, yeah. You're also
Um,
out of like charge range and Namor, which is kind of where you want to be.
yeah, and
Getting
he
charged by
also
him is rough early on, so.
yeah, I like the one he's grabbing. I mean, it's a small thing, but he's grabbing the one with Namor lined across, so Namor can't just safe grab it and duck away.
Exactly, yeah. No, I think that's huge. And it like is forcing him to like kind of pot commit if he wants that other disturbance.
Yeah, I'm curious here. Would you Who would you try? Would you use Widow or would you use Fury or Namor to try and grab this last one?
It's I don't know if you grab it, to be honest. Like, so you're currently like tied. You can definitely like set up so you can get like your 3 points pretty easily. But if you're like going and grabbing that, you are like kind of committing a lot of. Well, Widow's like much less important. But if like Miles comes and kills the shield agents, it'll be kind of bad because then she won't have like somebody to like go and pick them up to go out afterwards, unless you want to like pot commit Namor to like the top side of the map.
Yeah.
So it like definitely like creates a lot of issues. And like King T is also like fast enough and rangy enough that anyone who goes up there is going to get kidnapped.
I guess, okay, so he is going to go with Widow. I guess his thought is
Okay.
that maybe Miles can't. Can Miles attack the shield agents here?
Yeah, they picked up from the center line. He should be able to go
Okay.
pretty straightforward and get there. It might be close, but I think it's like just enough to get in there. So
Yeah. Okay, so if the shield agents get hit, he may still be planning on just taking Namor over to that side. Having the steal on that side if he feels good about Fury hanging on to his extract here. And, you send Namor over to grab what the shield agents drop. But I do expect Nick to go last with whoever is going to try and attack the shield agents, like not give Namor a chance to go pick it up after they drop it.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, he's measuring if King T can be within range 3 of Widow, I think.
Yep, yeah, pretty easily. And he's throwing energy too. He might just flat out kill her.
Yeah, that's a scary
Just
spot.
throwing 6 into 2 with no cover, 1 defensive reroll. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, which leadership is? Oh, it looks like he's actually on like the Nick Fury leadership here.
No, I think he had invaders in his tactics.
Oh, did he? Is it just disappeared? Okay.
It's he put invaders over in his dice tray.
Oh, okay. That's a good spot for it. That's a nice little reminder. All right.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so yeah, Nick is gonna go with it's interesting. It's a good play, but he is losing the ability to kidnap Nick Fury there. But
Yeah,
yeah, he
but if
might
you're
just kill Widow here.
yeah, if you just like pick up Widow, I mean, it's not like it's the worst thing. Well, all right.
Oh. Yeah, I guess
Well,
the view on the stream, we don't have streamer view here, so we'll have to describe the dice a bit.
okay.
Nick successfully rolled 0 successes and is probably talking about how unlikely that was.
Yeah, true that. He is pulling her in though, so that should be good for. Yeah, like kind of sets up for Miles. It should be. I think she's just out. Yeah, but well. Yep. Yeah, kind of like what I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Now like Miles will be able to go get to the point and then just kind of like blast Widow and hopefully put her down. So.
Yeah, I do feel like though for Leif, now that Miles has to choose between attacking Widow or trying to take the extract off of the shield agents, I think that's a really tough. That's a tough spot because there's a very good chance he just goes down. He could just go down a lot of points here, and at least where he's positioned King T, he's within 2 of Toad to be able to get the benefit of the bonus point here.
Yep. Exactly.
So there's that.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So the one thing with like Nick or with like Leaf's side of the map is he really doesn't have anyone other than Namor that can go and get his like top canister.
Yeah. I
So
do think Namor wants to be on that side this game, though, so
I think so
maybe
too.
that's
So
okay.
yeah, it's not probably not like the worst thing. And then yeah, he doesn't have like a charge target, but you could also like just kind of like walk, charge into Black Widow, or not charge into Black Widow, like walk and then walk again into the serum canister.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, what's he measuring to his own Widow there? Oh, sit rep?
You could sit rep her, yeah, potentially. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, he's going to do that. He's going to sit rep Widow back and then probably move over to the canister and still be within range 2 of her to give her a reroll.
Yep, and it also protects the Yeah, she's actually out of like Miles' walk attack range now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
and
he
he's
went
just
at an
gonna put
angle, went
himself.
straight back there, yeah.
I
So
mean,
okay.
this is a great position now for Leif. I didn't see that line with sit rep, but that is I mean, that's got to be very annoying for Nick. It's like you sort of have one chance um to hit your shot on Widow there. So now he's measuring the grunts, and this car might be in a really bad spot for him to even attack the grunts.
Yeah, it looks like he might have been just out. He might need to be over slightly more. I think you do have a line in Widow though. She is like basically like parallel with the grunts in terms of like where the map is, and they're pretty much straight on. So you probably do get a shot at her.
Yeah.
At
The
the
only
very
danger is
least.
she's got what, three dice with two rerolls into a physical attack.
Yeah, that's fine. Like you attack into those. You also have like the throw too potentially, which is
Hmm.
if you can hit that, you're feeling pretty okay.
Yeah, and I think she does have a damage on her already from the paranoia.
She
So
does, yeah. So that's
yeah,
a lot easier to get. She also doesn't have any money for brace, so if you do hit that and like can force through like 2 damage, you're looking pretty good.
yeah, and if he can do that, he still has Black Cat on that side to pick it up, and I don't think Wong or Spectacular can reach it on Leaf's side. So
Yeah, absolutely not.
I don't know. You almost feel like this is a very critical moment, I think, for this attack to be successful for Nick.
Yeah, well, we'll see though. I think he's got him. I think should have range on her.
Okay, the measurement. He's out of the grunts and in Widow.
Yep.
So, all right, he's rolling dice. I know we
Yeah.
can't see it on the stream.
He's going fishing here.
Okay, he's
Oh,
got two
spicy
crits and a
roll.
hit.
Leaf also rolled really well too, so okay, yeah. So Nick has 4. With a wild throw, so currently Widow's dead before her reroll, so
Yeah, she's got 2 rerolls.
if he converts one of these, she's okay. Alright, she's alive.
Okay, he converts one, yeah.
But she is. Oh yeah, stream review. Yay, thanks for paying attention, Mike. You're the best
All
of the
right, I'm
best.
turning it on. Okay, there we go. I did that. It wasn't Mike. Don't thank him.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Well, cool.
I want the credit here.
Alright. Well, it was all Kurtis then.
Okay, so Widow. This is, yeah, my inexperience streaming. Usually someone else much better at this turns on the streamer view. But it's good. Now I don't have to read every single dice face.
Yeah. Nice. That's good. It was also in like the chat. Oh, actually, it would. There is no chat log because it's being covered by Mike's YouTube window in his screen.
So what happened here on that throw damage?
So the throw damage has already happened, and now the attack damage is going.
Okay, so they just hadn't put it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, they're resolving the throw first. They're both good boys and are doing things in correct order of operations.
Oh,
Okay,
you
well,
spoke too soon. Now Namor is. Oh, Namor just blocks it all. Okay.
yeah, he doesn't care.
Nick has already had a few opportunities to comment on the unlikelihood of Leafs dice here. So
Oh, it's possible. But yeah, so yours, Miles is set up. You have 4 power going in the next turn. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
it'll be interesting because I think if Leaf can keep up Fury, or sorry, keep Namor up, any steal from Miles, potentially it just gets taken back with Namor having an asset steal, which is cool for Leaf.
Yeah, and he'll
And
have 4 power as well too, so he can just like do it for free next turn. Not free,
yeah,
but just automatically.
it was good. I played against Namor a couple days ago for the first time, and I didn't realize how annoying it was. My opponent was playing Black Bolt, Zemo, and Namor, And he's like, okay, I'm going to re-roll Black Bolt's dice 4 times now on defense for the leadership, the Black Bolt re-roll, and the Namor and Zemor bubble. And I'm like, okay, this game is going to take a while because my opponent is just rolling defense dice the entire game.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And like, yeah, I think I brought it up like slightly in like the taco chat where that got like mentioned, but you could potentially just clock your opponent with that and use that
Yeah.
as like some weird like psyop secret method thing. So
Oh, yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
I was
messed up. Yeah.
surprised. Oh, so this is interesting. Nick is measuring if Black Cat can go sit on that point, because even though it looks like Leif has a bunch of people around there, he only has Namor contesting it right now. So
Yeah, there's just the
maybe
one model there.
yeah, that might be his plan to get within steel range and also slow down the scoring a little bit, which I think is in Nick's best interest right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spectacular.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
just gets to like walk, make a free swing at Nick Fury, which is totally fine. So
yeah, he at this point he's probably really playing for the 3 extracts that are on the north side of the board, and maybe if he can put 4 models on that side and try to, I think if you can take Namor down, you're feeling pretty good about that side.
yeah, absolutely. Especially with like King T being up there, he will potentially get some good attacks, ideally. And like so Leaf here actually has like kind of a cool thing. He has 3 power or the 2 power on Spectacular. So Spectacular can just immediately web swing and like double walk and steal Nick's canister and just like contest him on it and like just deny him another point and just like create this huge like gap early on.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I guess the only counter is going with Black Cat first here. Oh no, yeah. Nick probably has to go with Black Cat first then, and maybe have the ability to move, attack, and try to displace if Leaf decides to do that.
Well, so if Leaf does like come in and like dive bomb the canister, you can just send Black Cat onto your canister and like out muscle him.
That's fair. I think with how this board is right now, I think Nick might try and abandon the. I think he might abandon the south side and just try to have Spectacular hold his own there while he tries to get some extracts back on the north side. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's very possible. And like I don't hate that option. Black Cat though does like have kind of the nice thing where there's only one model she has to steal from on the south side, and she'll have 3 power immediately if she
Yeah.
comes and like sits on the canister and then goes after Nick. So
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, she's also not like if I'm looking at her matchups, I think Nick having Pierce on his attacks is a bit better into her. I mean, if she can get over on the side into Namor, she's not bad at absorbing attacks when he can't reroll.
right, exactly.
It looks like we had a Bing Bong into Fury. Is that what happened there?
It is, yeah, and it looks like oh, he is pushing him. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I mean that's what that makes me think he's going to send Black Cat to the north side even more now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Which I think it's the right play, but I think maybe to your point, this is where Leaf should get aggressive and just send Spectacular all the way across.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that's
why
exactly
not?
what he's gonna
He's
do.
been
Right.
aggressive enough on the scoring so far.
Yeah. Yeah, he just hovered that like canister. He's going.
Yeah.
He's diving.
Now, I mean, the other funny thing here is that Leaf with priority will also. I mean, would you Battlefield Medicine Black Widow here?
You could, yeah. I think if she yeah, you get like more power off on Namor, he'll have like 4 powers. Or he'll have like so he can spend 1 and then still have 3 power for it, which feels great. Or no, I guess he'd only have 2, wouldn't he? She could just play it on herself. That's how that card works.
Yeah, I mean, if I know it's a very passive play, but I mean, she could even rotate to the south side of the board potentially here.
Yeah, and just like go be away from the spooky models on the top. Oh,
Yeah.
you have like the extract advantage, forcing your opponent to like do moves. Yeah. All right. Does Leif go for the glory here and try to hit the spin or like the trigger on the 5
Bad.
die? No,
No,
absolutely not. No.
he's doing the smart thing. That's good.
Yeah. But it's like a 35%er. You could hit it and get damage and the move. It's so good.
Okay, so yeah. So Nick is thinking now about sending Black Cat to help out Spectacular. Now he's changing his mind.
I think he's gonna probably like oscillate between those two like moves at least 2 more times. So it's such a hard choice, right? Like
Yeah.
so right now, like with where things are, if you go and put her on that top canister, you're sacrificing another point and you're creating like another 2-point gap here. And you're really banking on her then like stealing from Leif, being safe from the reprisal of Namor, and so surviving up there into like Nick Cage or like Nick Fury grunts and like 2 Widow attacks and like 2 Namor attacks
Yeah.
potentially, which feels like a lot. She's tanky, but I don't know if she can handle all of that.
And you know what's brutal for Nick here is that with King T'Challa completely whiffing, he didn't even gain a power to be able to bound and then double tap. Like King T'Challa is going to be on 2 power on that top side, and that just feels gross.
Yeah, that's true. So like Leif is going first, and if he does make the mistake of throwing an attack into Nick at all, you will be giving up the you'll be giving up a power then to him because he has like Honor Bound or King of the Homies or something. Defender of Wakanda, sure. King of the Homies, perfect. Exactly what
King
it
of the
is.
Homies.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to the south side to keep a point, and I guess he feels like King T and Miles can do enough against Namor and Widow to get the extracts that are on that side.
Yeah, you also have Toad here as well. Like,
True.
Toad is still a model who can contribute, and like if you're still just like throwing like a 4-die fishing run into like Black Widow or something, or the grunts, you're feeling pretty good with like your odds to like actually like take them out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Toad can hit Widow at a blank's range, and a 5 dice energy spender into Widow isn't nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Vomit is a great attack. So
what do you think here? Do you think? I mean, what's interesting is Leif has Eye on the Sky online, and he's got Battlefield Medicine, and he's got Prio. So what are you doing if your Leif is your first activation here?
you mentioned it earlier, but I don't hate getting Black Widow out of there and just like kind of running her away, or like kind of protecting Nick too. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Oh,
He's just
interesting.
getting
Yeah.
the agents the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, and they're gonna live back there now for the rest of the game.
And I guess here you have Eye in the Sky if King T tries to move and attack Widow, or I guess maybe you just accept that maybe Miles does it, but you try to have Namor take it back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of interesting. Like, I think if Leaf or if Nick swings with Miles to get extra dice into like Black Widow, I think you use it there, and then you deny him like his free attack and the 2 dice, and then he has to like really overcommit if he wants to like continue on attacking Widow or not.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, like if he like walks up and attacks her, I think you're just fine with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so what he also did here is he moved Nick Fury within 4 of that infinity, which means, this is my dice math here, that Wong can contest it and be within range 3 to heal Fury or pass him power.
Exactly right, yeah. I think that's exactly what's going to happen here.
Yeah, it's those, those little things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a very interesting, like, I think this tells me that Leif is saying, I am just going to hold on to my 2 points and try to score this thing out in 3 rounds, which is totally fair.
Yeah, especially being up 6-4. I think you just have to like kind of put your foot on the gas here and just score out as fast as possible, and put as much pressure on like the Webs player. Webs are
Yeah.
like a fantastic team at like holding on to a lead and like just like prolonging the game and like protecting that. They struggle at times like chasing points. They have like a lot of good tools for it, but a lot of times that requires a good chunk of power. And their like power gen is pretty static for the most part. Like they don't do it like most of their thing. They have like flat builders or like bad attacks that are going to deal like 1 or 2
Yeah.
damage. So like they have a hard time getting like the power they need if the opponent is like just kind of playing defensive and running away and only giving them like these bad power genning attacks. Infinity Formula will help with that though a little, and like kind of like help relieve some of that like pressure by
Yeah.
just giving them like the passive power. So some stuff might be online like a little bit sooner. So
So the other thing that's interesting is that top side of the board, Nick isn't really set up, I think, to use all webbed up very effectively here.
yeah, no,
Like
not at all.
yeah, it's a bit awkward. Now, Nick has spent 2 power. Hopefully he doesn't cheat with this tool, but what he's going to do is stick the medium move, which is the range for picking up an extract from a character, and then web swing Miles to, be within range to pick up the extract and sit on that point, and basically double tap Widow here. And, then I guess he's hoping that Namor can't kill Miles, or if he does, King T can come in and try to take it back off Namor.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think Eye in the Sky is getting like snap played here. Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
it
like
looks like,
swung into it. It's like, yeah, there's no reason not to
yeah,
do it here. He's like committed. Hopefully he put himself in a spot where he's still in range of Namor, so he can at least like kind of punish her potentially with like a throw or force like a brace out of her. Okay. Yeah, he's like measuring that right now. Or he's just diving in, it looks like.
yeah, I'm not sure he saw that coming because he started rolling dice right away.
Yep. Yeah, thinking she had like nothing.
Yeah, now, yeah, he's thinking about moving, but now you're moving right next to Namor. I mean, it's not. Namor could get to him no matter what. I think the scary part here is you're further away from King T, and Namor can simply just spend her and take it right off Miles if he picks it up. So
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So, but I think like forcing it out of like Namor and like kind of affecting his power feels good. A little bit,
yeah,
anyways.
you're right.
So,
I mean, at some point at some point right now, Nick is down and he just has to go and he just has to go after this stuff. I mean, if Nick ended this round with King T on that back infinity as well, being able to potentially threaten the grunts or, go after Namor, I don't think that's a bad outcome for him.
yeah, exactly. So,
Um,
the nice thing about King T though is like if Leaf ends up attacking into him at all, King T will then have enough money to do a bound and then double tap. So,
yeah. Nick is going to get the damage. Oh,
no, he's forcing brace
no,
out,
Widow counted
which
blanks. Oh my goodness. And then
yeah,
brace the throw. Oof.
yeah, which is fine. Like you're blowing through a lot of these like big defensive like cooldowns here early. Oh, she's
Yeah,
gonna
the from
battlefield meta
he just
herself too. Hell
battlefield.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
And he's gonna move within range 2 of the grunts. Oh, this is
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is not great
Yeah,
at
things
all
are getting
for Nick.
bad now. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so from here you do still have like Black Cat who can maybe go and like threaten Nick Fury. It might be hard.
Got a double move next to him, but
Yeah, and
still
then
not
like
have
next
cryo.
turn you're like kind of pressuring that. You also have like King T too who can like walk bound attack like into Namor.
The
potentially.
problem
I
is
don't know.
he can't even bound this turn. It's 3 power.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Nick might just not ever be attacked by Leif as well, and Leif will just play like the runaway defensive game.
So if we're playing the runaway defensive game, we might have time to get through the winners of all 23 Lunchmeat Classic events before this game is over.
Maybe we'll see.
Ben in the chat, he wanted to point out as well, Kurtis is not in the finals. Is it my birthday?
I don't know. Is it your birthday? Did your
Is it your
parents
birthday, Ben?
decide to conceive you around New Year's? These are great questions that we don't have the answers to.
Ben, comment in the chat on your parents' thoughts during your conception.
Yep. When did it happen? What were they feeling? Was it New Year's? Is my math right?
Was it on purpose? You know,
Well,
these
yes,
are
a very important question. Yes.
That's good. I'm glad there's someone there. I would insult Brady, but he's seems to be able to beat you and I senselessly in MCP so many times that I just don't think it's even worth going there.
No, yeah, he's too powerful and dangerous of a foe to anger.
We don't want to set him off any more than he already seems to be against us.
He's already on that warpath, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, Ben, you know, we were talking about unlikely dice earlier. Why don't you share in the chat how unlikely it was that my domino would murder your Magneto? I believe that was the finals. Johnny, once we get there in the Lunchmeat count, you'll have to remind me what finals it was where I beat Ben's Magneto with my She-Hulk. I think that was my first Lunchmeat championship. Ben, maybe you could look that up while it's your birthday here.
When did you start playing in these? Was it 2023?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it was Summer Loving. Yeah, there's a 3-1 and a 4. I think that was the one. Yeah, Kurtis Osborne, 13-11. Researcher Gamma. What a delightful game of rolling dice at each other at 15.
I think that was a game where I had like a less than 1%er for Domino to kill Magneto, and I'm pretty sure if I remember right, she rolled a hit and 3 skulls on her gun attack roll, and then converted those 3 skulls into 7 hits into Magneto to kill him.
Oh yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry, Ben, that you had to suffer through that.
I mean, I don't think that was the only thing I had to do to win, but that certainly ended the game pretty much on the spot. So
yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so it looks like Nick is kind of thinking on like what he's going to do with Toad here.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing if I'm Nick. I think you just throw all your models into attack range and hope something great happens on round 3. Like,
yeah, it's kind of looking that way.
Now, if he had King T, well, the problem is he doesn't have Cryo here. So even if you put King T'Challa in range to maybe kill the Grunts and Widow, you know, with a couple attacks and a bound, he's still kind of in a tough spot. Oh, Mike Whalen's back. Don't worry, Mike. We took care of the overlay. It's all good.
We figured it out, man.
It's
Kurtis
just my
so smart.
No, my blatant inexperience. I didn't realize I had the power to turn on stream review.
Yeah, I thought I could only do it as a player, so I was just like let other people stream, and I just like talk over them. So what do I know?
So Toad is deciding to come to this side, maybe signaling that Spectacular and Black Cat are going to abandon this point and try and go after Fury.
Yeah, I think that looks solid. The only thing that like scares me a little bit about, although if you want King T to get juiced up, putting this juicy little like Toad bait there for Spectacular to go beat up on is pretty cool.
That's an interesting point, yeah. because he potentially could bait the attack. Now Wong is just going to heal. Yeah,
Yep.
Wong is going to heal Fury. Man,
Yep.
it just
Yeah, we kind of called that out earlier. Yeah, that just makes perfect.
six damage on the extract holders now to 1 damage on the extract holders.
Yep.
Oh boy. This is. I will say though, this is the power of what Leif does with this setup. Is sometimes you're going to kill them and you're going to get parity and be able to fight back, but sometimes you whiff one roll and it just feels like the game is over sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating if it goes Leaf's way. And like a lot of times like shield is like defensive enough and you have like enough like tools and tricks where you can like kind of make that gambit. And like
Yeah.
if it pays out, it pays out, and if it doesn't, then well, you have to play more of a real game and like think through stuff through everything, you know?
Yeah. So Nick is now thinking try to get Black Cat within range 1 of Fury, and maybe I mean at this point maybe he's got to set up multiple threats so that
Exactly.
when Leif goes with Prio, yeah. He's out of 2 of Wong.
Okay. Well,
He's going okay. He's gonna just hop because I guess next round he could still move and steal off of Fury, but maybe here you just try to daze Wong. Maybe maybe that happens.
yeah, just throw the 4 dice at him and pray to Satan a little, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I mean, 4 die pierce isn't a hateful attack. So
No.
And if you like spike big and like Wong fails, it's pretty okay. I also like this too because this is kind of like pressure that Leaf put on Nick turn 1 with like the Spider-Man bomb, and now that like there's all these models there, Spider-Man has like a lot harder time of contesting one of them.
Yeah. Nick rolls decent. I mean, he's 3 on 4 dice, but Wong will just take 2 here.
That's fine though. That's still 2 more power for like Cat. She now has enough power to like walk in, steal, and then potentially get on into cover on the Punisher van against Fury. Which
right, because
that feels okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, she'll have 5 power next turn. That's fair.
I think he might be just a little bit too far because it's basically like a medium stick away for plus a tiny bit, and it looks like the medium stick will still like just barely touch the van. So
now, if you're Leaf here, I mean, I can't imagine he wants to attack and give. Oh, maybe he's just gonna rotate and contest with Namor.
he could do that. He also gets like a stab at Black Cat too, and if you put a stagger on her, goodbye your plans.
Yeah, I'm just not sure he wants to do any damage and give King Tia power here to get his pounce online.
Yep.
I mean, there is a world here where Namor just goes and contests that North Infinity point, and if King T goes after Namor, like he's not going after your paranoia holders.
Right. Exactly.
So.
Yeah. It is basically, if you put him up there, though, you are basically saying my Namor's not going to do anything for the game.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
Assuming you go to like, because
yeah.
like he might be able to reach, like, because he'll have to be probably on like the far side. He's not going to fit on the car. So that distance of movement, he's only going to then threat like 20 inches. I don't know what like the distance between like the 2 serum canisters is, but I'm assuming it's pretty close to like 18 inches, like on the inside of both of them, or like 19 inches. So
yeah,
if you're on like the far side of it and Nick's models are on like the far south side of the canister, he's not going to be able to reach. So then he's not making an attack next turn, like the following turn. But he'll like be able to come and contest, I guess. But I don't know. It feels aggressive to put him up there in my eyes, but
yeah. So
maybe
right now,
just to like kind of step on the gas and like force even more points and more score, so we can just kind of coast with like the agents and Black Widow just like being friends.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that 2 threat worth of models are going to score 3 points there.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Yeah, the scenario is aggressive, to say the least.
Yeah, this is Leif here is having a hard time because I think he really wants to throw an attack and get an extra power on Spectacular to be able to throw Black Widow off that point. And he also does not want to give King T a pounce power where maybe he can get into range of Widow or something this turn, or do more damage to Namor. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a great position to be in, but we'll see. So he's going to contest that. Now, is he going to attack?
I think you might go for it. You get a power, like, guaranteed. You're probably throwing the impact webbing here. Just praying for
Yeah,
wild. You
and
don't
then
have to crit. You missed it, but that's okay.
is he almost hoping he does no damage?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going for the 1 reroll. I think it's fine. Like, I don't know if, like, with where you're at. Yeah, I think you need to, like, protect Black Cat if your plan is to go in and steal from Fury next turn.
Now, Nick isn't putting a power on King T.
Oh, he might have forgot. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I've been in that spot when the game is not going your way that you're just, you just want it to be over and you're not really, you're just not really thinking of everything.
Yeah, and you're just kind of laser focused on everything. Okay, there it is. All right. You remember.
Now, that's a mandatory effect, so you could. It's not a May, so
That's
I don't know
true.
if that.
Yeah.
Okay, he did add the power.
He did it. Yeah, he remembered. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think? I don't know if that gets him into range of Widow though, but it maybe does something.
You can like. Does he have like a pound is a range 2? I don't think you quite reach. Maybe with a range 3. I don't have like access to my sticks. I can't measure stuff from here. It's just purely eyeballing. So you move 8, you go another 4, so it's 12, 18 inches. No, he's like a little too far because he's like on the back line. So in like 18 inches would be like the center line, effectively.
So if you're Nick here, do you? I mean, I don't even know. It's a tough spot, but do you take King T and just try to kill Namor here? Like, is there any downside to that?
At this point, I don't think so. Who does he have? He just has Namor left. Yeah, if you like steal the activation first. So Spectacular could. I don't know if he reaches Wong, but you could go for like kind of just like the clearing play. If you like swing in and then you throw impact webbing, that's the other Spectacular. Hit him with wild, push him off. Then you could throw Wong off too.
Yeah.
And then just nobody gets that point, which slows down like Leaf's velocity a little bit. And if you can like put him to like only scoring like 4 points while you're also scoring like 4 points, that feels pretty okay.
Yeah, I think 4 points would maybe give Nick one more round, which is really what he needs.
Exactly. Yeah.
If Leaf scores 5 or 6, I think it's just too much and it's over round 3.
Yep.
I'm kind of, I mean, I get the idea of wanting King T to maybe wait on this activation, but I feel like this is the moment where you're not going to have prio anyway, that maybe you just have to go for the less likely but higher upside play of just murdering Namor.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. I think like just going for that because yeah, I don't think you're like you get the ace die and then like the 6 reroll any. So like math wise, it's not reroll any. I guess you get like the 2 reroll spots. Yeah, it's close, but yeah. So But yeah, I think you get like the 6, like the 8 die and then the 6 die. I think you have like a chance to take out Namor.
The
So.
upside is that if he takes out Namor and has Wisdom of the Ancestors up, maybe he forces Leif in a rough position where, you don't want to leave a dazed Namor there, and he can't just run Widow away or Fury and the Grunts to the corners.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I think Nick needs to be in a position that if Fury and the Grunts do just run to opposite corners, they can still do something. But yeah. Okay, so he's going with Spectacular.
Okay, so he's going for that play. All right.
Yeah, so he'll punch, maybe get an advance off of it.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
is he doing the 5 die? No, he's doing the 4 die. He's doing the impact weapon.
It is okay. Yeah.
He missed it. Oh well. Well, he gets his power. That's what matters. Yeah, and then
So,
now you can like walk over here, and then swing or like then just throw somebody, which feels kind of cool. The only problem now though is that like your Toad is home alone and he doesn't have a friend to protect him from the disturbance. So
yeah.
he's only scoring 2 points now, which yeah.
Now, I guess is the upside play that's like, is there maybe an angle where Spectacular can throw the other Spectacular into Wong and have Spectacular be off the point?
It's possible, yeah. I'm looking kind of at the angle. It seems hard to do, but I think it's doable potentially. So,
Yeah, if, like you clip the edge of him, maybe he kills Wong and gets Spectacular off the point and just wins it.
yeah.
Okay, but he's just throwing him away. Yeah, I think he
That
could.
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he could have maybe taken an extra minute to see if that would work and potentially just won that point. But
Yeah, I think
now
it's
he's yeah.
He's committed
Now
now. He
he
is out
might.
of like Namor. Well, Black Cat's in Namor charge, so that might be bad because if she gets staggered, it's sad times.
Well, the problem here is
Although she has enough money to literally just walk away and leave Namor stranded. So
yeah, but you know what? Namor can just move and then charge and punch Spectacular and then use the advance off his attack to just move on to the point here and win it.
oh, that's true too. Yeah, you can just do that, and that seems a lot safer.
Like, and you leave Spectacular with a stagger?
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
I feel like
Putting a
Leaf.
stagger on either
Yeah.
of those models feels so.
Yeah.
So Nick does so with where Miles I'm pretty sure he has like swing range into making an attack on both of the models there. And if you do get like lucky enough, you might be able to like just blow them both up. Like I think you throw the 6 dice into Widow for sure, and then you put like the 4 die attack into the agents. And if you can kill
Yeah.
them, you just like absolutely just like stop Leaf's like score.
I think
There's,
the
like,
only
win
thing though
condition.
is with if this turn Spectacular gets staggered, he might be even go after Toad.
Yeah, that requires like a walk charge, so
I think the
worst thing.
problem here is if Spectacular is staggered and then with Prio Leaf decides to just walk the agents and Fury to the corners, I think Fury is totally out of range of Spectacular.
So he'll have a web swing, so he's like threading like 13 inches on his like 5 die attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he should be able to reach the corner from there.
I think Leaf might be missing. It feels like here Leaf is maybe missing that Namor has the advance on his attack. Like it.
It's possible, but like to like actually like attack anyone like useful here, you are gonna have to. Like, I mean, I guess you could have like charged Black Cat and then like attack, and just kind of like go through both of them.
Yeah,
That wouldn't have been terrible. So
I don't know. I was just curious because he was measuring a lot, but Black Cat, maybe there's something here where Black Cat plays. Oh, interesting. Okay, he played Spider Tracker to put Black Cat on the point.
okay, I don't hate that. And you're putting like 2 models on the point now, which seems fine.
So now Namor charges probably around onto the building within 1 of the Infinity and just hits someone. And I mean, if you stagger Black Cat here, then she can't move and steal off Fury. So
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, so
Looks
he's
like you did
trying.
a great job of actually body blocking like that side of the thing, and you're basically forcing him to only be on like the building if he wants to be on the canister.
Yeah, but I still think he could go base to base with Spectacular and have the short advance kind of take
Oh
him
yeah, and
over
just
to
like
the other
hop right
side.
over him. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
It's such an easy one to forget though that Namor has on his card. That
Yeah,
like
no,
that's what I've
absolutely.
been finding. You're like, I mean, he moves so much. You don't expect him to have just the
Even
ability to do
more.
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But he's measuring 2 inches to Wong to see if his base can fit in that gap.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just checking. There's no way in hell that could fit in, but it's checking anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Maybe he just doesn't realize that he can. Yeah, he can do Namor's advance,
Right,
or
yeah.
or I'm the idiot and I'm reading his card wrong. Let's make
No,
sure.
no, you're correct. He's got
Okay,
the advance on the regular attack, so.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he definitely missed something then. But I mean, he's just gonna turn around and go after Miles.
Yeah, you accomplish the same thing, and if you do get the stagger on Miles, you are denying Nick the potential out of having Miles go and threaten the Shield Agents and Black Widow the top of the turn if you do hit the
Yeah,
stagger.
yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. And he didn't roll the best, so yeah, Nick has a chip in a chair here. Oh, he's got 2 bites at the apple
Oh
here,
yeah.
so we'll see. Okay, he converted it. All right. This is scary. Do we get it? Can you be safe, little guy? Oh my gosh.
Got
You're in
one
trouble.
more big roll.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Oh boy, that's not the right thing to hit.
I mean, maybe that ends up just being where Namor should be anyway. But
Yeah, I think so too.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely though, like now losing that point to like I mean, it's hard. It's easy to make mistakes in this game, but it's too bad that the move now resulted in Nick also scoring that point for Leif
Right, yeah.
with the tracker. But yeah,
So this
this is
is kind of nice too. So like King T is gonna like do a pokey into Namor, and it's gonna pull him off of the point here as well. So
yeah. I really don't love what happened with Namor on this turn. I mean, staggering Miles was good, but yeah, definitely not
I
the
think
Namor activation he wanted.
yeah, and like if you were gonna go back after Miles, you could have like used your advance then and gone to the other side of the canister and just been completely out of King T and force him to like spend an action to poke you.
Yeah, I mean, well,
And now
Namor rolled really
he's
good defense dice.
he did roll. Okay, yeah. He got 5 coming in. And he's got his 2 rerolls.
2 more rerolls, yeah. I mean, it's got to be frustrating for Nick when you feel like you really want to spike him and you get a pretty good roll. And I mean, ending with 3 isn't the greatest, but
Yeah,
I think if you're Nick right
so
now, any roll is going to be frustrating. It's
yep.
just one of those games. Okay,
Yeah,
so he's going to bring him in.
Yep.
And I guess yeah, okay, he's just going to move on to the point, so he's in range to get at those two.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Although it ends up putting you in kind of a scary spot here with Namor can go first and then just kind of charge into King T. And if you just stagger both of the models that are like the biggest threat on your
Yeah.
scoring, it feels awkward.
I think the only nice thing here, though, is that Leif is only going to score 4 points.
Yep. And then Nick is
And
also
Nick will
scoring
score
4 points
4.
here.
Yeah. Man, that play, yeah, that charge with Namor costing him a point is going to be, well, no, it didn't cost him a point. I guess it gave Nick an extra point, but
Right, yeah.
you know, those are the things where maybe it doesn't matter, but I've played enough of these 1-point games lately where maybe it does. So.
Yeah, that 1 point is going to be huge. Yeah. And it was a good use of Spider Tracker as well, too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like a great time to use it. Ideally, you want to use it and just kind of blow out Namor, but it's like a little soft one. So,
Yeah. Now, Miles is going to have 5 power and maybe can swing and all webbed up and try to one-shot a widow or something.
yeah, absolutely.
So okay, so it's 4-4 here. What would you do if you're Leaf and have Prio? What's your play here?
I don't hate the Namor charge into King T. I think like staggering that's pretty good. You could also like you don't really have any model that can like reliably blow up Black Cat, so she might just get the steal off on Nick.
Yeah, and that stagger actually moved her back into steal range of Fury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the
Yeah. She was.
Spider Tracker was perfect. Yeah, it was a damn good Spider Tracker. Shouts
These
out.
these webs tricks are just, they can get you.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So
Yeah, it's a tough spot because I think it's easy to take a point off the shield agents here, and you potentially take a point off of Fury.
yeah, and then the script is like kind of flipped a little. So
Yeah, because Leaf doesn't have a lot of pressure on the secures, and I mean, this is the life you choose, right? When you run to the board edge on round 1 or round 2. If you can't keep those extracts, it gets a bit awkward. But
yep.
I guess he's maybe thinking of running Fury and the Grunts to the corners and forcing. What do? You force a King T or a Miles to have to chase really far away and take him off the secures.
Yeah, maybe.
And,
Maybe that's the plan. And then Namor Namor doesn't have any like direct displacement. All of his like he has like AoE like splash displacement. So it's kind of his best way is just kill somebody. So and Miles is relatively survivable, especially with like Skull Unlock 6 defense dice.
Yeah, that feels pretty good.
That's not bad. Yeah.
I mean, you also have. Yeah, he does. I don't think he has a very good all webbed up play this turn. There's not enough power, but I think a Black Cat steal, hope to survive whatever Nick Fury does, is in play. But he seems like he wants to get the Grunts out of there.
Yeah, it seems like he's going with the Grunts first, which they're like the squishiest of the models there, which I feel like isn't the worst thing to get him out of there. Yeah, and like the 5 stick is basically like King T's pounce attack range plus like a tiny bit. So if you can be out of like that 5 stick by like a little bit more, little extra give on there, you're pretty safe, and it forces him to like make a walk. So
now, if you're if Leif does move the grunts and then does something with Fury, I think the activation is just King T going and killing Widow pretty reliably here.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, you like throw the 8 dice setter first out of range, and then you get to throw another 6 dice setter with like full rerolls. I keep saying full
Yeah,
rerolls. It's not quite, but reroll
close
2
enough.
is pretty damn close on 6 dice.
Yeah, and I mean then you just gotta hope Miles lives and maybe yeah. I mean at this point Nick probably needs something to go his way, but I hate Nick I hate Nick's position less now than I did in round 2. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
still doesn't look great, but it's maybe making progress here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. So
Okay.
funnily enough, like you could, as Nick, you could all webbed up here and just lock Namor in the fucking Shadow Realm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like, oh no, do you want to come after Miles that's already staggered with slow moving charge attack? And then you
Yeah.
can just like kind of clear out King T as well and just get him out of there. So
Okay. This is
I kind of like this. So it's like it's protecting yourself from Black Cat, which is like was the guaranteed steal that she had. And you're like basically like saying, is King T gonna kill Black Widow? Or do you want to chance it? I don't think you go after Nick Fury here. I think he's just like too tank. Like he's a little tankier. And I think you just kind of go at Widow because like big dice pools kind of go over the top on her.
yeah, and I mean she's only rolling 2 without counting blanks here.
Exactly. Yeah, she gets like 2 with like no blanks and skull unlock, but like okay, you got 3 dice.
The
I'm
thing
rolling
I
8.
worry about what I don't love here for the thing I don't love about that play is I don't know why Fury didn't just go the other way.
I
Um,
think he just wants to like threaten maximum because like if Fury goes the other way, you're gonna have to then commit like Wong or Spectacular to go like be by him to get like the extra point,
yeah,
and then like I guess Widow could ultimately like buy the shield agents too, and you just leave away from Black Cat. So
I kind of worry here that he could bound, and if he one shots Widow, maybe he plays Wisdom of the Ancestors and then takes a really big punch into Fury or something.
yeah, another 6 die counting skulls. That's not hateful. So
I mean, at this point, I mean, you just got to play to your outs and hope that your
yeah,
dice go nuts. But if he kills both of them here, I mean, that's not it's not the worst thing for him. I guess with
yeah.
Miles staggered though, he can't get after the shield agents in that corner.
True, but you can go after Fury if he go down because you get to mental. So
Yeah, now let's see. That's not a good roll for King T. Ugh.
well, it's not the best roll for Widow either. So
But yeah, two on 7 dice. His King T is just rolled. Well, I guess
not
3 there.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
King T is just rolled terribly.
yeah. I think you can get the extra 2 damage into Widow here. I think you're okay.
Yeah, I guess the good news is like I mean it felt like maybe he had to one shot her to feel good about this turn, but
Yep.
taking one off might be okay. Um, if you can take her extract, it doesn't feel like a guarantee that Leaf could score any secures this round, and I could see a world where Leaf only scores 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. And then with that, you like kind of flip the script. So
Yeah,
I do think you need to pull Widow in here. You getting like the 2 extra dice is going to be better than her having 2 dice with
with
martial
blanks.
arts.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you need to pull her in, and then like if you do fail, you at least have Miles who can like come and at least like throw the dragon kick at her and try
Yeah.
and like finish her a little bit. Okay, he's going good, good. Because it's optional, right?
Yes. I think it's
If
optional.
not, if not after the attack is resolved, the
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not optional. Okay, fun.
So, I mean, if he didn't want her to really move, he could just push her into Fury, but I think he's...
Yeah, he's pushing her. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to put her like basically directly in line with Miles here, which, yeah, is correct. Yep, yeah, and he's going for the poke here. You get the 6 dice. You got the... You're hoping.
I guess the hard part is if you're Leif now, Leif can also just charge Namor into King T, advance even further away, and then spender him to take his extract.
You could. That's why I think you need to see the all webbed up here on Miles onto Namor to like just shut that down
Yeah.
and not give him that option.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So, but she dies, so that's good. There's
Yep.
justice in the world. So
The 5 threat killed the 2 threat. This is...
Yep.
It only took 3 rounds that we
amazing.
got there.
He got there. Yeah, so he's
Oh,
gonna pick
man.
that up, take the damage, and yeah, I definitely think the all webbed up here is gonna be critical. I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, I don't think he's doing it though.
No. Now, do you think, does Leif need to resolve anything at the bottom of the board, or can he just go Namor? Yeah.
I think he's just going all in on Namor here.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
have
it's the right
$6,
play.
so yeah, you get the charge and then you get the steal. You need to deal 1 damage on this, but I think you got good odds with 6 dice and a reroll
Yeah.
versus that. And you can get like Skull Unlock too on your reroll, which also will help. So
Yeah, I think this should push through. I mean, yeah, King T did. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, I mean, he chose not to play Wisdom of the Ancestors either. But
oh, so funny thing, King T has enough money for fallback here. So wherever Namor ends up, King T is just out of there like last year. It doesn't get
oh
splintered.
yeah, right. Good call.
Okay, well he doesn't just die, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise that would have been embarrassing.
I think though Namor, I would take my advance and get to the other side of King T, so at least he has to fall back into Miles. Oh, what did he do?
Kill him? Oh, did he just walk Spender? Yeah, he rolled 7 dice.
Oh.
Okay, that's how that works.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we got a
All
round
right.
fall back.
Okay, yeah. So Leif is already shortcutted my my little trap that was there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, good for him. That was
Yeah.
That's why we're watching the finals.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you know, Nick still could have considered playing fallback just to not let Namor pick up that extract. But
true that, yeah. And then you
And
have
then-
Miles who can like walk, swing, and pick it up pretty easily. So
yeah. Okay, is Miles going to? I mean, he could swing Venom Blast Namor, and he doesn't have the power, but maybe that's fine.
yeah, you like Venom Blast Namor. You're a Black Cat, can pretty easily like double that. So
Yeah, Nick was measuring a Black Hat hop and then move, but he only has 4 power. If he had 5, maybe he could get within 1 of Namor here.
yeah, it's a
yeah.
little far there, I think, because that's 13-inch
Right.
that she threats with that. Yeah, that's tight. That one's pretty close, but I think it's just out.
I think yeah, it's too bad. I think Nick maybe had a chance if he did the all webbed up play like you suggested, because then Namor wouldn't have had the walk and Spender there.
Yep. Yeah. No, he has to be sad.
But yeah, I mean,
Oh well, he
that's
missed
a
it.
tough play to see.
It is. Yeah, it is a very like weird like You're gonna all webbed up for one model and not even roll dice at them? You're doing
Yeah.
that? Yeah, but
Yeah, I think that goes into the category of like when you see someone make that play in a game, everybody's wildly impressed because no one thought of that,
right,
versus the
exactly.
like, oh, you made an obvious blunder.
Yeah. Although I don't know, that's not an obvious. Like that's a. I think seeing that line is that's pretty deep and like
Yeah.
not
Oh
like
yeah, I
a good
agree.
use of like not a good use. I'm saying in air quotes of all webbed up, but that might have been the one. So, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out though from here. He didn't use it. He has it for next turn too potentially because with how things are like shaking out, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a next turn, which
Yeah.
means Nick is
Okay.
still very alive. He will also probably have a not staggered miles. So that means you can like swing miles in. You can get like a slow on like Fury, Black Widow, and Namor then.
Right. So his play here, he's measuring if Spectacular can move and push Namor towards Miles to be within range 2 of a Venom Blast and get Namor out of 2 of yeah,
Widow.
basically he just wants to get
Yeah.
Namor pushed towards Miles for a Venom Blast here, I think.
So currently, like Leaf is only scoring 3 points because Widow's dazed, she doesn't contribute to the scoring rider.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's true.
so he's locked down at 3. Like assuming he doesn't get any of the other stuff on like the south side of the map. But I feel like between like Toad and everything, Parker only has 1 power as well. He's kind of like stranded out in no man's land. So he's gonna have to walk and throw like 1 5 die attack at best at like Toad if that's who you're efficient for. So he more than likely
Yeah.
survives that, and he could also then just like fuck off to the other side of the map because he has enough power. A triple walk assuredly gets you to the other serum canister, and then you can have that locked down on the other side of the map, away from any threats.
Okay, so he doesn't even need. I'm right. He doesn't even need to do the push. He just needs to do a damage, or not even. He's just going to gain a power and throw Namor towards Miles, and then he's going to Venom Blast Namor.
Perfect. Okay, well, spicy attack, and you get a move too. I don't know if the move does anything for you, but not bad, not bad.
Maybe just moving closer to Fury. You know, it gives you.
Yeah, more
It
threat for
just gives
next
you
turn
some
into
options
him.
next game or
Exactly.
next
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you going backwards? No, I think you need to be in range for to Miles.
Yeah. There's a world where Leaf only scores 2 points here.
It's looking like he might only. He could like maybe over the Black Cat point here too, as well.
Yeah, Spectacular can do some stuff here. So
Yeah, he could attack, and then throw Black Cat off. Worst case scenario if he doesn't hit any of the impact rubbing triggers. So, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, he's just walking straight towards Fury, which seems perfect.
yeah, Nick has done an awesome job at taking a situation that felt really bad, and sometimes you just you play it out, and maybe your opponent makes some like you know you Leaf makes a play like you did with Namor that feels bad and maybe gives you a bit of an opening, and you get some dice, or you see a few lines, and you're right back in it. So
Yeah, it's looking like Nick is might have just gotten back in the driver's seat, to be honest.
yeah, now so here I would personally not try to get cute with this throw line and just put him kind of the other way and just make sure I'm gonna get it.
Just guarantee it. Yeah, you're also not chancing that he like might be on the canister as well. Although if you hit him into the car, he is going to be at 1 HP. So you throwing high energy, you have a decent odds to get him. Also, this way isn't terrible either. You keep Miles like up and running. You also then could like potentially go after Fury,
Yeah, okay. He's
and then you
taking a
just throw him
more
into Black Cat as well, and then she can like walk steal.
yeah. I think he's maybe thinking what I was thinking and taking a more
Yeah, just like the
guaranteed
safe
line.
guarantee. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was gonna do.
Like I think the Venom Blast just kills him anyway. That the 1 damage is like
Whatever.
What's the worst case? The best case is that you leave him on 1 for next round, right? Like
Yeah, but then he's still scoring, and you don't want that. You want to stop Leif in his like tracks here with like score.
no, but I mean, if you throw Namor into the card just to do a damage, I would much rather throw Namor, hit him with a Venom Blast, leave him on 1, take his extract anyway, and have him easy to kill next round.
Yeah, there's no way like Leif is gonna roll out of any successes he has.
Yeah.
Next turn. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely not. Yeah, especially with like 2 defensive, you got pretty good odds to not to take that 1 damage that you need. So
Yeah. Well, that was a really smart play with Spectacular. He made a great play seeing that line.
yeah. Oh, Wong the Legend is just activating Spectacular here and putting him online. So that's kind of sweet. And then just shaking that, heal yourself. Hell yeah! Look at Wong go. What a legend.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Just putting in the work.
I mean, is this where do you double tap with Black Cat, or do you? Yeah. I think here. Oh, interesting. So he's gonna take Toad over there, and
yeah, he's gonna rotate him, which I think seems good. I'm pretty sure you get there with being on like that side of the point.
yeah, it's an interesting play. I mean, in my head right now, I'm thinking. Like all I'm thinking is about how badly Nick needs to like limit Leaf's scoring, but at the same time, Leaf is only going to 13 here, and Nick is gonna score.
That dumpling restaurant's actually kind of making things a little awkward for.
Yeah.
Just like Toad rotation.
Yeah, it's a bad spot.
Yeah, because he moves what? It's 12 inches plus like 2 halves, and then another like 6/5. So it's like 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh. Yeah, he has no way of getting over that building.
Yeah, we might have to go around slowly, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I think you get to move 18 inches, and you're like kind of on the inside of it already. So I think you're okay.
What's his thought process for moving Toad over there, though?
He's safe. There's no Spectacular to like threaten him and like come and steal the point, and you're secure.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Because like otherwise, like Toad is unassailed. I think Namor is gonna have bigger fish to fry than Little Toad. Especially with like you have King T and Spectacular kind of bearing down on your like point scorers.
Yeah.
You also have a Miles potentially too, depending on how things play out and what he ends up deciding to do. So Toad feels pretty safe back there. You also still have like fallback too, worst case.
I just wondered if you want to save Toad's activation for later.
I don't think you can risk it. I think Toad just can't chance taking 2 5-die attacks. Although you don't really get 2/5, you get like probably 1 1 5-die
yeah, well, he's
attack
got
because you can
slippery and fallback, right? Like
right, yeah, he can like keep it. I think you'd rather not have to like blow all of those like resources to protect Toad. You'd rather use them for like something else.
I guess just what's going through my head is that Black Cat could. I don't know. Okay, now he's thinking maybe Black Cat just tries to stagger Spectacular. I don't mind that.
I don't hate that at all, actually. Yeah, you like you stagger Spectacular. Hopefully, you get the trigger. You can walk, and then you can like walk again right at like Nick Fury. And like, be in that like clump there, and then you have enough money for steal next turn because you're at 4 currently, so you'll go up to 5 then.
I mean, another spicy play is maybe you all webbed up with Cat here and double tap Wong.
That's bold.
But I mean, look, if you're Nick, if you can survive with Toad and Toad can move to within 2 of Cat, like your scoring goes way up. So I don't know. he's got brace, he's got tracker. Like, Spectacular has one shot to do anything to Toad.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
But again, this is why I'm watching. I'm not playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. I think Nick knows how important this turn is.
Yeah, he's going for the troublemaker. All right, that makes sense.
So with where he has his tool, does he have ambitions to move over to the other side of the board? And
Yeah, I think he's literally going straight at like. Oh, and you hit it, cash money. Nice. He takes one.
Okay.
Yeah, don't need to roll that out.
All right, so he's just going to rotate cat.
Yep. Yeah,
Fair
get
enough.
the hell out of there. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can let Wong have a scenario point as a treat. That's fine.
I was so on board with the all webbed up Wong play and trying to score both those points.
Yeah, for sure. No.
He goes after Toad, and Toad heroically hops back and pushes Spectacular off the point. Like, I was feeling it down there.
Yeah.
Okay, but instead he's just going to maybe move within one of someone, or just get somewhere where she can be more relevant to stealing.
Yeah, for like next turn. Yeah, I think you just have to move like pretty much straight at Fury.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I think Namor is not going to be there at next turn. So.
Yeah.
I think if you're going at Fury though, you kind of want to be out of. Because you have the mobility to like just walk in and threaten him. You don't have to stand that close to him.
Yeah, this is where you kind of want to check that range where you're out of danger, but still can long move and steal. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get like two Fury specials. That would probably put her in the earth. Or pretty close to it anyways. Especially with her having a damage on her, so.
Yeah, I think you're hoping here that... Well, let's see.
Well, you're just going all out. Maybe. Maybe he'll recognize this. Nope.
I mean, Leif is going to have Prio and is probably going to remove King T, so maybe that's why Nick is thinking he needs just as many models there as possible, because he's going to lose his 5-threat activation next round.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you don't have priority there, so you can't like drop wisdom.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Leif passes. So we're...
Oh, he had a pass?
Saving Toad till last to try to...
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah,
Widow got staggered. Or got dazed.
Alright, this is a Venom Blast.
Oh boy. Alright, I guess we're leaving him alive. No chance of rolling out of that.
Yeah, I love that for Nick.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what you wanted. Yeah.
Because anything Namor does now, you have a chance to do something back to him. Yeah.
Yep.
I think the game ends next round, kind of no matter what, unless it's a tie. So yeah,
that's true. It might go that way.
Well, this game has been interesting enough that we haven't gotten through all 23 Lunchmeat Classic winners, so that's good. That's good.
That's true. We've not quite there yet. Got through like 2, and then we jumped to the future a little.
Yeah, Schmidt's been really quiet in the chat, so he
probably fell asleep. This is a scenario game. You think Schmidt is here watching this? They've made maybe like 6 attacks this whole game collectively between the two of them.
Yeah, that he probably, as soon as Fury went to the board edge, I think he gave up.
His eyes just rolled back in his head, and he just like passed out in his chair.
Yeah, I bet that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
We have 9 people watching now. This is exciting.
Well, I'm one of them, but that's fine.
All right, I'm 2 of them. We got. Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right. People will go back and watch this game for sure.
Ben, Brady, are you still watching? Are you still enjoying this game?
Let us know. All right. Yeah, Spectacular cleared. He's swanging in. He's coming for Toad. He wants blood.
Give Toad the old punchy punch.
So what happens here if Spectacular flips Toad and you give priority over to Nick? That means King Key
Interesting.
has a whole new lease on life here. Might get to do some like serious. Okay, well, it didn't happen, but
So, okay, but so what I want to see here is Toad. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, he's gonna, yeah. Now,
he has
did
to be damaged
Spectacular,
by the attack. So
yeah, did Spectacular get his trigger to walk
yes, he
onto
did
that
get.
point?
He did hit it, yeah. So,
Okay, so Nick
but
is gonna
Toad,
use this to rotate.
he might. So he has to take a damage though. He has to resist still, but then he has like a chance to roll out of it.
Is he thinking that's optional?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Trying to think of, yeah, is there a reason?
Okay,
The
well,
old non-optional. Oh
yeah.
man.
Well, he can re-roll out of it, so if he wants to, he can like make this choice now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, is he gonna do that?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
It's interesting. I don't mind Toad leaving, but I just don't know. I don't know. Can you give 2 free points to Leif right now? Like
Yeah, I don't
it's
know. It's
I mean in some ways I'm wondering if, should Toad be taking the shot at the push or at least trying to not give the point away?
oh he okay. Yeah, Leaf called him. Okay, I was literally about
Yeah.
to like stop him from. Okay, good.
No more cheating. That's good.
Yeah. So this isn't the worst thing. You can just leave Toad here and roll 8 dice at hitting a wild, and then you kind of accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's the right play.
Yeah, I think you just do that then. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
don't think
think
you
if
make it on the rotation anymore. Yeah, I think he's just like, like you boom boom down. It's coming.
my big idea was if you did do a damage and didn't get to advance on the point, you could slippery towards Wong, hop, and double tap Wong, and potentially prevent them both from scoring.
Oh hell yeah, you could.
These are the plays. These are the plays I live for.
I know, it's so good.
All right, we have someone joining from the Silver Spork Finals.
Well, hell yeah, glad to see you here, buddy. Yeah, this is kind of like wound up to be a pretty crazy game. I'm very happy with how everything's playing out.
Yeah, it's been really. There's been a lot of really tricky decisions. Gosh, just feel like that's wrong to leave here with Toad.
I think so too.
He's got Brace and Slippery up. I mean, I think at some
Yeah,
point
you
you
have
just gotta.
4 health. Yeah, I think you just go for it. Although maybe he's gonna go for just try to steal Wong's thing because Wong is less scared than Spectacular. But
Look, he could also Spender and then Builder and try to leave Spectacular at a point that, maybe Toad could go for days on the
yeah,
next round.
that's true.
Like, I mean, that's the thing, right? If Namor goes first and kills Spider-Man, like, it's not crazy to think that maybe Leaf will want to have Toad, finish off Spectacular at the top of next turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like those are.
It's kind of like threatening him a little bit too. Yeah.
I think that's the thing that's really interesting about these games where there's fights on either side is you want to create as many threats as possible so that your opponent, like, they do something bad to you and then you can do something bad back or,
Exactly.
force
Yeah, and
them
like
to.
Yep. Yeah, you want to create like these peace trades almost, and like you want to like be able to like get like that little bit of leverage in like the trading and stuff, and like create like unequal trades and get like these small little advantages and just kind of build, and then hopefully that's enough to put you over the top. So
Yeah. I kind of love the idea of just going into spectacular right now.
I do too. Yeah, I think you just like blast them with your tongue twice and then get them out of there, and yeah. Especially rolling like 8 dice at it too, you have decent odds. It's like 45%ers, so
Yeah, look, I'm on board with spendering this guy right now.
oh yeah, just burn him down. I
Spender
mean that's not
him,
terrible either.
builder
Yeah,
him, burn him down. I mean, if you don't hit a wild, but you kill him. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. That's why I'm watching and not playing.
Yep, yep.
It's the moral of the story today. But yeah, I can see why Nick is having a hard time here. It's it's 11:30 Eastern time. He was probably tilting off the face of the earth round one and is getting some hope back, and now feels that he could actually win this game, and is now you just got to make the plays and see what happens.
Yep. Okay, he's going. He's attacking. All right.
So no spender. He is just fishing for the push here
Yep.
and maybe some incidental damage.
The lucky boom boom down. Success.
All right, he gets it.
Yep. And Leif is gonna try to not take damage, which makes sense. Okay, he doesn't take anything, but that's fine. You don't want to deal him damage anyways. Don't give that guy
Why
power.
not? Why not?
Well, he uses power really well, and kind of starved if he's not taking a bunch of damage. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah, he's on 2. He's gonna be at 3, so he has exactly enough to like double attack and like do like web swing, double attack, throw. But if you can put Toad in a spot that like you can like slippery out or like fall back out of that, you're golden.
Yeah, and I do think here, like, I think if you think about next turn, Namor goes and kills Black Panther, and
Or
then
tries to, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think Nick probably needs to deal with Fury and the grunts with someone. Like, I don't. If you were in a world where you knew Toad was going to be your activation at the start of next round, I think you just lay into Spider-Man and do as much damage as you can. Here it
Yeah,
may be
absolutely.
different. He feels like I just don't want to power him up.
Yeah. I think he's moving out of 3 here. Yeah, he's just going to the other side.
Yeah, so force a move and attack.
Yeah,
Now the
or
thing
like
is,
a web swing.
Wong
Yeah.
can pass him a power, but
He can, but it's so with that though, it's like a kind of like a telegraphed action. And
yeah,
then with
fair.
Toad now being farther and closer to the serum canister, you can just like fuck off and rotate up there, way away from spectacular.
Yeah, that's a great point. Setting himself up to rotate now.
Yeah.
I think he is debating though.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely
throwing an attack and then hopping?
I prefer having the power for fallback and slippery. Because if you do attack him, you can just the snap of your fingers be gone 10 inches. So
Yeah, but so he's moving Toad to there though,
yeah, and
which
not going
wasn't.
towards the serum canister. He's a little closer to the canister. So,
Yeah, maybe that was just the only spot he could get out of 3. He couldn't
yeah,
do it if
that's
he
true.
was there. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So Leaf scores 3 and Nick scores 4, bringing it down to
Wow.
like 1 point between the two of them.
Yeah, Nick's extracts are fairly safe. I'm actually, the Fury grunts are not in a reliable spot to hold on there.
I also think they're out of like threatening you too, like in terms of like just getting like at least an attack or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this has gotten really interesting. I mean, I think Namor has to get King T here, but I mean, it's also awfully tempting to try to take out Miles. I don't know if that's the right play, but could you get greedy and throw a spender into Miles or something, and then charge it like spender Miles, drop the extract, charge into Panther?
Nah, here's what you do. You wave of turtles into Miles, expecting to get the 3 damage. Make him drop it. You pick it up for free. Then you get to advance towards and get a free attack into him. And not have to spend 3 power.
Look, I don't hate it, all right? I don't hate it at all.
I don't. It feels a little. You're really banking on that 7-die attack dealing 3 damage to Miles with 6 defense dice. So
the one thing I love about Namor is that his spenders also have those really cool plays where, like, if someone's on 1, he can do guaranteed damage to them sometimes.
Oh
and
yeah,
so
no,
you
absolutely.
can,
Yeah, the splash is so cool.
yeah, like, and it's before damage, so it's fun to be able to go after other models and then like take someone out on 1.
Yep. Brady brought up a pretty good point in chat. If Namor goes for the king and misses, he could just get blown up with a rebuke.
Oh, so he did spender Miles here.
Okay. Yeah, like he's.
Yeah, see, this is why Brady always beats us, because we would have got gotcha by that.
Yeah. Well, on the bright side, he drops it. So unless he'd win for the turtles, I actually don't chose. So.
Oh my gosh, this attack roll was
Oh, he doesn't want to power
hilarious.
him up here. I'd like this. Okay, he's rolling 2 because why not? All right,
They're just rolling for fun.
Take that, yeah. Okay. Well, he drops the thingy, but so this is kind of interesting. If Namor picks this up, he's on 1 HP. One random little throw, then a little whoopsie diddle, and he falls over.
So okay, so he's gonna charge within 1 of that, and punch King T and maybe pick it up after.
But you're still not within 2, and then if you don't kill King T here, you are either dead or not picking up that disturbance. Oh, actually,
Yeah,
you are
no,
within
he's
2.
within
Oh,
2.
nice. Okay, nice.
Oh, and he
Perfect.
got himself in Widow. Yeah, okay.
All right, that's not hateful. Just don't
All
miss.
right.
Easy.
What's the quote when you come at the king, you
Yeah.
best not miss.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
we're living in the
that's
danger
great.
land here.
Oh man.
It's respectable. You got 4,
Okay.
but you have to daze him. So
Oh man.
Brady's calling for the rebuke here. Okay, now he got smoked. All right. Sad.
I mean, you still leave Namor in a position where he's probably gonna get got here, but
Yeah, absolutely.
when when you're at this point in the game, Leif is also saying, "I've got a bunch of models holding these things, and now you got to do homework on all of them." So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I don't see an obvious all webbed up type play here.
Yeah, I would have to come out of Black Cat, and that's all of feels.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. He's looking at a spectacular. What do you do here? Spectacular punches and then swings, or gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, you can kind of fish into Namor. If you get him, you get him. If not, you can throw a second attack. It sucks though because you only have the 1 power into this. So if you are required to throw Namor to take him down, you won't have enough power then to pick up the disturbance. So
Yeah, this doesn't feel. I don't know. my brain can't process the lines that need to occur right now.
Yeah, I think you're still pretty like happy with like Toad being there. He can just kind of be your anchor piece and hopefully
Yeah,
decide the turn.
Yeah, you don't go with Toad here, that's for sure. I think if I'm Nick, I'm thinking, what is the best chance I have to murder Nick Fury? And I mean, the only chance is Spectacular attacking him once.
Yeah, you throw
Like,
like an impact webbing. You like all webbed up off of Black Cat. Throw an impact webbing at Nick for 6 dice, and then you can swing in and then throw another 5 or another 7 dice at him.
well, or could you all webbed up off Cat and maybe you punch Namor and get the move, and then you punch Nick and throw Widow into Nick?
You could do that. That actually isn't. I don't hate that line.
I mean, at worst case, Namor is all webbed up, and then then Miles gets a shot at him if he has to. But I think Miles probably has to go get the grunts this game.
Yeah, I think so too. The grunts are kind of like pinned in the corner, so I don't think. I don't know if going with Miles here is like the right call. Maybe. Widow is within 2 of Black Cat, and I know Leif is not above just punching people in the solar plexus with mixed technique and getting that stagger. So it's not the best odds, but
I just don't feel like getting a stagger does. Like, I think that I don't know, my gut says the only play he has is to kill Nick Fury.
I think so too. I agree. I think you just have to like bite the bullet, not have power on like Black Cat, and then just drop all webbed up.
Yeah, because the problem here too is I think if you give Fury an activation, he's also gonna probably end up on enough power to Eye in the Sky and stuff too. And I think I don't know. Like, Miles isn't in any danger right now.
Yeah, Miles is ultra safe, so you can just wait and turn.
I kind of like the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, shield agents can like walk basically to like where Nick Fury is, pretty close to that. If they like just double walk into Spectacular and Black Cat's range, which feels terrible. So yeah, they're probably just sitting there. I think they just live there now.
I don't hate that Black Cat, even if she has no power for her activation, she can still like double move and contest Wong's point or something if she needs to deny something.
Right, exactly. And I think that's totally acceptable.
Yeah, or she could go contest where Miles is if Miles has to go get the grunts. Like, yeah, that's the line maybe I would think about is.
So I also, she doesn't quite get on that canister and also like contest Namor, which sucks. But like she could also like if she could have walk, be within 1 of Namor, steal from him, and then also contest the serum canister. I think that's like a pretty acceptable turn as well, because then she's like pretty safe. She's in cover against Black Widow, who's like best thing is like walk an attacker or throw dice into you having cover or reroll Skull unlocked with your 4 dice with no crits.
Not bad. I mean,
yeah.
He's really flinging that 3-stick around, which makes me think he's considering an all webbed up.
Yeah, me too. I think he's in the tank.
I just like the idea of throwing 7 into Namor.
Yeah, getting like 6 and then 7 dice with Spectacular into like Nick Fury feels pretty okay.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you don't get the advance, you can web swing and still get the punch. If you do get the advance, you can punch and throw Widow into him.
Yep, exactly.
And
that's hopefully enough to like put him down between like a 6, a 7, and the throw.
Yeah, and I think then if you drop the extract on Namor closer to Miles and you get the throw on Widow, Widow being slowed can't just go pick up that thing and run away either. Like, this feels like the highest upside play that could almost clean up that whole side for him.
Exactly. And you just kind of like lock the game down from there, which feels pretty good. So
yeah, I don't know. My gut says that that's the play you need to make, because if you lock down that whole side and Toad survives, I think you probably just win. But
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and then even from there too, you could just literally have Toad like, if Toad does get like an activation, you can just like double walk and take the north canister.
nobility in the chat. 2 teams built around defensive rerolls. Gross.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. So. All right, he's doing it. I think he's gonna.
I think that's his. Yeah, I think that's the play here. You just gotta hope Spectacular is the hero. And okay, so he's playing all webbed up off Cat.
Yep, those juices are going everywhere.
Cat is gonna. I can't even say that out loud on YouTube.
That's true. We don't want to get like way demonetized.
We could totally get Waylon banned. This is great.
Yeah.
Now he is putting
right.
a
So he's
stick
thinking of
on.
like Spectacular. I wonder if you like try to like flip Namor, go in, and then you get like a 7 die into Nick, and then you get to like 3 Widow at her. I don't think
Yeah,
that's...
he's throwing the builder. He's going 7. He's trying to kill him and get the advance trigger.
Yep.
I love this play. Oh, he doesn't get the advance.
Well, he doesn't, but he's threatening death here, so...
No, he's not going to get that either. That's...
Motherfucker. Oh, well.
I kind of just, like, it's not that I want Leif to lose. I just want to see the cool play I thought of work, so it makes me look smart, but...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, he's just going all in here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't
hate it. You still have Fury slow.
The thing is, too, is, yeah, well, now you're not really threatening Fury, but you're still threatening the grunts.
Okay, we got him. Nice.
I guess he's feeling like here, even if Fury gets away, you're still... If Fury is the only one scoring a point by the end of this round for Leif, and, you're holding 3 potentially, or 2, maybe that's fine.
Yeah, I think you're okay with that, yeah.
Spectacular could pick up and web swing onto Miles' point there.
Yeah, I really like that. That puts you safe. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you have any good throw lanes. Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, you don't have the money for throw anyways here either, so... Because you had to spend to pick up the thing.
Yeah, this is good, because he can then send Miles after the grunts.
Exactly, yeah. And Miles can go out and be your aggressive little point guy here, so...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I like it. It worked out. Yeah, it would have been a little cooler if you got some extra damage and someone other than Namor, but here we are. You make do with what you got, so.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you do what you got to do. I mean, Leaf's in a funny spot now where you got to decide if, like, Fury's no longer in a lot of danger, but, like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you do with Fury here. Maybe he moves the grunts. Well, you don't want to bring the grunts closer to Widow either, because I feel like she could just, or Black Cat, because she could just move and attack the grunts.
Yeah, she just like walks and throws her dice at them and probably puts them into the earth. So they just have like the 1 physical defense, so they're a little squish.
I mean, Fury being slow is a bit scary here for him. Like, he can't get very far away.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, you can kind of chase Fury down.
Yeah, so
no, that's the Fury grunt in the top, and then Nick is like basically central in the back line. Okay, it looks like Miles is just out of like swing attack range into the grunts currently.
So he probably, if he wasn't, he could swing, attack, and then pick up the thing.
Yeah, he could like walk and go pick up the thing, exactly.
Is he in move and attack range?
No, that's less far than the swing.
Oh
He could
yeah.
he could like move, swing, attack, and then be within like pickup range. Actually, you're gonna be within pickup range because those Fury Grunts are cool guys that get to put their shit wherever they want.
Yeah, so that's gross. Because I think Leif or Nick is in an awkward spot where he can't. He's in an awkward spot where he can't go after the grunts maybe before Widow activates, or else she can just double move and pick up what they drop.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's. Where are we at for points right now? Because Nick is only behind 1. He currently has 2 canisters, and he'll also have like the bonus paranoia points. If
Yeah,
like
Nick's
Miles
got
doesn't
5.
go too far.
Yeah, Nick's got 5 points right now.
Yeah, and Leif only has 3. So
Yeah. Well, and maybe Leif doesn't have a great way of. Well, Leif has a pretty good way of taking Toad's point, so I think, there is a 4-4 line if things are somewhat status quo.
yep. Okay, so that was Black Widow going for Cat solar plexus there with mixed technique. Which almost Cat said no to that. Just slapped her
Oh my
little hand
gosh.
out of there. Yeah.
Did she ever?
Yeah, okay, he's going for another bite at the apple. Yeah, just locking her down feels pretty cool here, so. Okay, you got 2. You got your, like, walk, which is not bad, so you can, like, at least, like, threaten Fury getting extra points. Got a
Well, and
defensive
the
reroll.
stagger could
This
be.
matters. Oh, he's hit it. Nice. Okay, so no stagger, but he does get the
Oh.
move, and he's going to probably come over by Fury to threaten another victory point score.
Yeah, so this means, though, that Black Cat now could spend her turn maybe double moving to that infinity.
Oh, and just contesting Wong and stealing a point. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, either she goes after Wong, or she goes after the one on the top, like the top right of the stream, the north side there.
Yeah, okay. I think she makes.
Yeah, I think she can get to that. I mean, I don't know if that's what you do. I would need to do the math here, but maybe the problem is if Miles goes after the agents, you don't have someone to score your bonus point anymore.
Yeah,
So
that's very true. Yeah.
yeah, it's not super clear. These are the type of end games that so much can change in these 6 activations. It's pretty interesting.
Exactly, yeah. I don't hate going with Toad here and just having him just secure the bag on the top side of the map.
Well, this is the point where, in the last round, now is when you're really wishing maybe you spendered and buildered, and if Toad only had 1 damage to do to Spectacular to take away his activation and let you go last. That
feels pretty damn good, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now Toad could hop spender builder into Spectacular and try to take him out.
He he could do that, yeah.
I don't think that's the right play.
I don't think so either. It's bold. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very wrong play. I think Toad survives 1 attack from Spectacular and then might be able to. But the problem is right now, the problem I see for Nick is that he's not going to have last activation, and that's probably the difference between who scores the Toad and Spectacular point, and that might be the point that's, kind of the win here.
I thought he does have last activation.
No, Nick's going right now.
Okay, yeah,
Leif
because
still
Nick
has.
is going with like Shield Agent, and then he still has.
Well, he's still got Fury, Wong, and Spectacular for Leif, and Nick right now is.
Oh, you're right.
With,
He is going,
yeah,
because he has like Miles, Black Cat, and Toad. Okay, yeah, no, he won't have last activation then, which means that like Leaf Spectacular just like Yeah, you guarantee move Toad off the point. I think you just have to go with Toad and protect him on the serum canister. Otherwise, you just get like absolutely bullied out of there. Nick does have a pass in the chamber, which is kind of cool, as Magic Nick just pointed out. So
Oh, he totally should pass. That's a great. Yeah, if he has last activation, then Toad scoring that point could get him the win.
yeah, no, that's gonna make or break it. Yeah.
I mean, that's another play that is an awfully hard play to spot. I mean, I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either. So
Those are the ones that in the after the game we can write down here's all the things that all the players watching saw that are like impossible to figure out at midnight in the middle of a stressful game.
exactly, yeah.
Like Thursday at midnight, he probably just got the kids to bed. Like the brain's not functioning at full capacity right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Goodness, yeah. Okay, so he's trying to position in a way that maybe it's impossible for him to drop it out of range, but obviously it's not. So
Yeah, no, he can go either spot. Yeah, there's no chance.
yeah, there's nowhere he can put it to guarantee it. But
Yeah.
okay,
But if he blows him up, there's no way for him to pick it back up. So that's kind of nice. Actually,
yeah,
that's not true at all. Nick
that's not
Fury
true.
has $2. Double walk over there and just plop the grunts right on it, and they get it for free.
Yeah, he needed to pass here because it's gonna look really silly when Leif. Yeah, Leif is gonna drop this next to Fury, and Fury is going to punch Black Cat and then spawn the grunts, and they're gonna pick up the thing.
Yep, yeah. Shoot Black Cat, walk over, and then just pop all the grunts.
Oh, that is just like beyond frustrating if you're Nick and that happens.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think you had to either like pass with like Toad double moving or just like pass. Well, you got him. Checkmates, grunts. You did it.
I can't believe that this is gonna happen. Leaf sees it too.
I think so too. Yeah, he's going straight at Nick. Yeah.
So Fury probably needs to move short to range 3 of Cat and be kind of between there and the thing. Punch her once, gain the power, spend it. Oh, that's a sweet play.
Yeah. I mean,
he sees it immediately. Oh, this is not. Is that the right play? He's getting within 2.
Yeah, you have enough power to like do the call on the cav already, so it's fine.
Oh, I didn't realize he had 2 power. Okay, yeah.
Yep, yeah. And then this way too, you also get to get like Black Widow, and all 3 of your marks can be next to each other for scoring. Yeah, you put in like a spot that's like far enough from Cat where she can't go and pressure that.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Fury only had 1 power. Not paying enough attention, apparently.
Yeah, he had the 2.
Oh man, yeah. Nick can't feel good about how that went. Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's not ideal. All right, I mean, yeah, he shook the slow as well, which felt smart. Because yeah, that roll was 2 extra dice, so could have been 3 there. So.
Yeah, it feels like the play here was maybe his best out was that pass.
Yeah. Or the Toad runaway as well too. Like that's also like a pseudo pass, I guess.
Yeah, I think if you get last activation, then Toad can take that point off spectacular. And
that's totally fair. Yeah, I think I think if you have like last activation with the other models, then I think it feels like a little better if you go with like Toad right away. But yeah.
So okay, so he does have an out here of Toad killing Spectacular, I think.
Yep. Yeah, he's going for it. Yeah.
And you thought I was crazy for the spender last turn.
No, I never, I never thought it was.
I heard it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Toad's gonna spender and then builder. This is what dreams are made of. Will the Toad attack win the game?
Maybe.
Into 3 spectacular rerolls.
So far so good. You got 3. Okay.
Yeah, I mean this
2
is
and then 1. Okay.
Okay, it's feeling a bit less good.
Okay. You pierce him for, you get him for 1, and he has 2 dice now in this attack.
Man, I'm so for this, a 4 dice attack, just winning the game. Oh, not quite.
No, damn.
Yeah, I mean it is funny. Yeah, if you, he tried.
He did. Oh well, that was a very valiant effort. Yeah, just throw Toad out of there. Just go on a little journey, and then yeah, take it all.
Brady's saying that maybe didn't even matter, and I haven't checked Brady. I can't add this at this point. That yeah, it kind of feels bad that Miles ended up doing effectively nothing. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he was basically just like completely nullified there. I think maybe like going and like on like accepting that like the agents are back there, and just auto-bullying and like walking and then attacking Fury might have been like the little better thing there. And you throw 8 dice into Fury, and if you put him down, then you got him, and then that's basically like negating the shield agents anyways.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is. I mean, that's a tough end game, man. They both played great though. Nick did an awesome job at getting back into the game when I thought he was way out of it after round 1 or in round 2 there. So I mean, all credit to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's tell him to hop in our chat.
Oh yeah, because we got the recording here.
Yeah, hopefully they will. Because if we leave them, they won't hear anything.
Is that Leif's second Lucnhmeat?
I think so. Yeah.
Does he have 3?
He has some number. Hopefully they pop up here.
Yeah, we can't leave the setup recording us.
I know. We're trapped. We're tethered.
What's sorry in French? Nick, help me.
I don't know. Sorry.
How
you guys are both Canadian. What's sorry in French?
I should know this.
Congratulations, Leif. Is this your second or third Lucnhmeat championship?
That's a tough question. It is one of those 2 numbers.
Hell yeah. All right.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. I mean, I think you both played great. Like, Nick, all credit to you. I thought after round 2 it wasn't going to be close, and you made it a heck of a game. So
yeah, no, it came down to the wire there. Yeah, it was super tight.
Yeah.
I guess
I don't agree. I think the score. I put the score close, but I think I give all the credit to Leif. He was never like. I don't feel I never put him in any danger. I needed like a couple of trigger to maybe be in the game. I put the score close, but I think he played a masterful game and was just in control from beginning to end. And all the credit to him. He played a great game.
Yeah,
I thought you both. Yeah, and like I think if you go back and watch it, like there's like a couple spots where we felt you were kind of in the driver's seat, like going from like turn like 3 into turn 4. Things felt really good for you, and like yeah, I don't know. I think there were a couple things you could have like maybe did differently that would have like kind of like spiraled into like a little bit more of an advantage, and you could have like stole it. So
A couple of questions. Leif, how did we were curious when you picked squads on the choice to just go Black Widow and Wong over like an Agent Venom. Maybe just tell me a bit what you were thinking when you were picking that squad, because it obviously worked, but it surprised me. So what were your thoughts there?
I was thinking, this was going to be a 3-turn game. They pushed it into a 4-rounder. So at that point, like, is Agent Venom going to do a lot of work? He's not doing a lot turn 1, so there's 2 turns for him to do work. Whereas I know Wong is like a more expensive and better time gem that can hold and score points, and also heal your and remove conditions from your models.
And the heal were kind of clutch in this game.
Yeah,
and I did ask the same question at the beginning, and the problem is I was expecting him, and that's why I brought King T. If I knew he wouldn't bring it, that wouldn't have been my squad, because I think that bringing like a 4 like Jess and Jess could use energy into him, but I felt King T could really deal with him, and I would have gone Zemo and Jess instead of King T and Toad, and that would have made me a way better chaser if I felt he was taking this squad.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
also
great point.
couldn't remember exactly what Nick had, and I did not want to be 4 wide into 6 wide.
I can't do 6 because
he only had a single 2.
I couldn't remember if you had another 2.
You could have asked, but yeah, because I'm practicing for WTC, and the only other 2 probably I could get was Bob. That's not happening.
Yeah, and when you're in squad picking, asking questions like that is kind of tipping your hand.
A little
I mean, you could have gone onto the website and whatever, but I mean that's the reason I brought King T, because I was sure you were bringing Agent Venom. That was my thinking. So if not, like when you dropped your squad, I'm like, knowing you had Prio, that you would get 3 Paranoia, and my King T doing nothing in a 2 defense Black Widow. That was like, I'm like, yeah, like it just didn't pay off at this point, and I would have been better with Jess and Zemo, who could have both really chased your character with the long move. Better, like I know he's a long move, but I would have that 2 long move instead of Toad that did. He scored point, but since I'm crawling back, he's not helping me.
Yeah. The one play that got pointed out in the chat, I mean, Johnny didn't see it. I did not see it. No one saw it. Magic Nick popped in the chat that you might have been able to use a pass because of the Fury Grunts existing, and maybe taken the last activation in round 4. That might have let Toad, take Spectacular's point at the bottom or something. Did you see that, or did you miss it like everybody else who was watching?
I missed it like everybody else. But the good thing is, if it happened again, usually I get burned once. So I'll remember this one with the grunts.
Yeah, we didn't see it at all, and when it went in the chat, it was like, yep, that's the kind of play that a Thursday night at midnight after a long, brutal game, it's
exactly,
those are the plays that are really hard to see.
For sure.
Yeah, the other big play that we also that I noticed was it was like turn 3. After you stole the piece back with King T, with where Namor was, you could have all webbed up just him just to put the slow on him, and it would have made it so he couldn't take it back. So
I thought about it, but I'm like, I felt I would need it later. Like I knew I bought myself another turn, and I felt I would need it on that turn to really have a chance at winning. But yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Like in Insight, it probably would have been a better play with how it turned out. But I'm like, if I can, that's why. And it was hard for me. That was discussing with Leif. I'm like, that was hard for me to use my power on Black Cat, because that means her seal was offline. But I felt it was my best out with Spectacular. If I go to my first attack, put down Namor, get my trigger, that would be like the whole cake. But at least put him down in one attack without giving me option. But it didn't pan out.
Yeah, we were so ready for the trigger, the punch Fury, throw Black Widow into him and kill him. Like we were all in on that play you made, and you saw it. So we were were fired up for it, and we were sad that you didn't pull it off, but yeah, I think that was the right call, and we were pretty pumped when you went for it.
Yep. But like I said, I mean, I 100% a credit to Leif. He won because he played a better game. But I felt like that's what I told him. I'm like, I just needed one break at one point, and I felt I never got that break because I was on the back foot, so I needed the break, and I never got him. And he just like Muhammad Ali, just throwing jab the whole game, staying away, and he won. He, like I said, was a masterclass. He outwebbed the web in that game. He outwebbed the web in that game.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, congrats, Leif. Like, you know, with how that play works with Fury and that early scenario pressure, your list and your style there is so good at punishing when the dice don't work out or that break doesn't happen early. And you know, I mean, Nick, I seriously, I thought you did a great job at trying to claw that back after what I thought was a loss after round 2. And, you know, Leif, you did an awesome job hanging on to it. So it was just nice for me to watch a Lunchmeat finals for once. It was a pleasure.
I'm surprised it took that long in the commentary for you to brag, Kurtis.
Oh no, it was early on.
It's been the whole fucking. Don't worry.
I mean, you deserve it with how many you won. I mean, you have the right to brag.
I know.
But now you have to win. You have to win a new one without the Hellfire, though. That's a challenge, man.
Yeah. Some would call it a crutch, but there you go.
Yeah. The Fury play is super strong, especially because of how Nick placed. I knew the grunts couldn't be attacked where they were turn 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as soon as you know that they make it to top of 2, it's like, well.
Yeah, and that the Namor play you made to sit rep Widow back and, you know, get out of range after that attack failed, like that was just all stuff that we're like, yeah, that was really cool.
Yep.
Like,
that was perfect. Yeah, played,
awesome.
Not quite perfect. I should have, she was just barely in from Miles. Had I been thinking a little more of that, I could have kept her out of that with a sit rep because I angled her harder to the point than I could have.
But I knew I had to one-shot her. I knew I had to one-shot her with TNT. Or at least I said if I needed to damage, but it didn't work. And I'm like, I hope he forgets it rep. I hope he forgets it rep. And when he moved, I said yes, it rep. He said yes. And I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I had no other play. I had to go for at least one extract. But yeah, I mean, in Inside, I tried to put Miles between 2 Paranoia and to make it so Namor wouldn't have one. But in Inside, I should have really put him in front, knowing the grunts would have to be there, and let Namor grab one so his steal is no longer online. So the one I picked was to limit Namor, but in Inside, I should force him to go grab it, and then his drop is there, but he cannot grab it, so it's not as efficient. So with Inside, I shouldn't have blocked him. I should have asked Leif the question if he wanted to grab with Namor or not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I know it's late, so we won't take any more of your time, but appreciate the awesome game. It was fun to watch, and thanks, Mike, for streaming it. And
absolutely.
And Johnny for suggesting all the good plays. Well, I just got to talk about myself the whole time. It was fun.
So what you're telling me, Kurtis? So what you're telling me, Kurtis, if I rewatch it, just put it on mute?
I highly suggest it.
Leif, congrats again, man. You played a great game.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. That was a great game. I think I was in a good spot throughout, but there were a lot of times where I did not feel it.
I'll take that. Thanks, guys. Have a nice evening.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Yeah, thanks
later.
for watching. Yeah, we'll catch you all later. Okay. I think he stopped the stream. I don't know.
Yep, maybe. I'm stopping it. I don't know. I'm dropping the thing.
You dropped the game. Yeah, I don't know if his stream is. Yeah. Maybe we're so recording. Who knows? Because
Mike went to bed, I guess.
That's possible. This is pretty late for him. So.
Yep. It's late for me too. I've been up since 5, so yeah, I'm going to bed right now.
Yeah, no, it's late for me too. I also have to get up early as well. All right, well, take care and thanks for the wonderful game, guys. So.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks for organizing it always, Johnny.